think you should.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little something that we are doing now. It's a Dungeons & Dragons 5e one-shot, and I am a character myself, and there are other people who are characters. They will introduce themselves as needed. Unfortunately, our first session had to come to a close, so this is the continuation and hopefully the end that leads to a larger event and campaign down the road. But I'm done stalling for now. I want to introduce our GM for the night, Mr. Biting Giraffe.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Lost Kingdom. Tonight we are going to experience a one-shot that finds our characters lost, without their memories, and without any where to go. Last week, they found themselves waking in a circle with no recollection of each other or how they came to be here. Banding together despite their differences, they traveled across the only path they could find, back where they began. And now, here are our players.
I am Rimlock, the only heir of the great Iron Tongue family, and future Baron of Barrow Tongue's Burrow. Born a deep blue color, I was an outcast from birth. Frequently bullied by the other children, I quickly learned my skills were in fighting. At 8, my cousin Zygmunt, general of the king's armies, began training me in battle. After I came home with a broken arm, I was told at an early age that my father had disgraced the family name and honor and fled. My mother, after being abandoned by him, brought me back to my grandfather, who has helped raise me since. I left home at 18, angry and scared, but knowing that I need to learn the truth about my father, and bringing honor to our family once more. I am typically quiet, reserving my words from which they came make the most impact, but I also tend to be a little hot under the scales when I have been insulted. This has led me to more than one scrape on the road and long nights running from towns. Thank you.
I am Salazarin Vikarin of the Vikarin House, first and primary heir to our bloodline. Despite my other potential siblings' opinions, I am the half-elven son of a human noble and elvish woman, and was raised between the families of my parents. After a time, my father was offered the chance to move up in position if he was willing to remarry. Always desiring more power, he took the opportunity and tried to assuage his guilt by providing my mother enough money to live off of for several years, and providing me a signet ring and a scroll, telling me that I was ready to return and reclaim our title. Living with my mother in the elvish capital of Namasu, where I fine-tuned my magic, as well as made myself proficient in Sylvan and Undercommon. I was content staying there for a while, but when my companion bird of 16 years passed away, pain was just too much. I could accept my parents separating, but not losing. After his passing, I packed up my belongings and decided to expand my knowledge further by traveling the world. As I began to leave, my mother gifted me an amulet of Lapis Inerith, our god of continuum. And while she prayed a blessing for me, that Inerith would watch over me and grant me the elvish lifespan and abilities. And with that, I set off on my adventure.
I am Larkeen Amori. Grown in the dwarven capital of Craghammer, Larkeen from a young age wanted to be a soldier. He signed up into the Silver Order, a local group of paladins sworn to protect the mountains of Cragspire. While he was in service, he met a beautiful young dwarvish woman with beautiful orange, like a fire hair. And they wed and had a child. That child's name was Stephen. And Stephen went on to become the pride and joy of the Jade Empire Company, the company that is largely in charge of the entire Dwarven Kingdom and their main monetary imports and exports. He has since lost his wife, Vera, to a raiding tribe of beings that live in the Underdark, and he has since then sworn to eradicate all of them because of that. Thane? Hello?
Sorry, my mic cut out. My headset cut out. Whose turn is it?
It's yours.
It's your turn.
My turn. Sorry, my headset cut out there for a moment. Okay. Hi, I'm Kirote of the Fae. We are beings that exist in a plane separate from the mortal realm. Oddly enough, many things are similar though. My mother is very sick and only an old Sylvan remedy can save her. In that effort, I found a way to travel between our realm and this one, though I don't know how I did it. Since then, I've been studying in Ambrusum, learning everything I could about remedies that would save her, and also about the wide world I find myself in. After a while, I felt that book learning had taught me all I could, and I needed to see the world. So I set out, and have been traveling ever since, seeing great sights and having grand adventures. I only hope I can save her fast enough.
All right. Last we left off, our characters had just returned back to the center of the clearing where they woke up. Larkeen had cast a detect magic. Rolled rather well. So Larkeen, divine energy, senses the air around him, senses the divine powers and the auras of magic that's around him. Looking around, he sees views of magic around him. The trees are cast in their own variation. To the right of himself, he notices a faint aura of what seems to be an illusionary sort of magic. And to the left, he feels a stronger disturbance, a stronger aura of magic to the left. Other than that, the trees are all rather...
Detect magic also tells me the school of magic. If you don't really know what school it is, I am a 10th level paladin. I would probably know what it is. If you want me to make, like, an intelligence roll, I can.
No, nothing like that. Nothing like that. Just simply some. Oops, didn't mean to press that button, but whatever. We're just gonna go with it. Alright, well, that's not what I was looking for. Anyways, I'm sorry. Give me 1 second. I can't think for something.
You did say illusionary to my right, so I know
Yes.
that. I'm trying to figure out what's to the left.
The left feels like it feels like a conjuration spell, almost like a dimension door, that kind of feeling.
I will relay this information to the party and ask if they still look at what's to the north that I detected, and I am going to go over here and look at this illusion, and I will do that after someone wants to look at the top first.
Top left.
So is this like vertically diagonal to where he is?
No, it was okay. So I was like, I was here, right? And then
Yeah.
he said from there I sensed a presence to the north and a presence to the south. And then he said when I moved south, I got a better idea of what was the magic that was to the south. And there were actually two. But there's not. He said there was also a presence to the north.
Yeah.
Right.
So yeah, I'm sorry, I had my map wrong. The it's the illusionary and the dimensional, the abjuration magic and the illusionary magic are the pathways you guys were walking.
All right.
It feels illusionary, and the one on the left where near Karote and Sal feels the abjuration. That's the feeling pathway.
Okay. Anything to the north or south?
There you're really just feeling enchantment. It almost feels like there's something, almost as if the trees are being controlled in a way. Like this isn't their natural formation and kept here. Almost as if to keep you from going anywhere but urge you is the feeling you get. As if you're being led.
Alright. You know what? I'm going to walk over here and tell everyone to stay put. And I'm going to walk around.
Do you want someone else to go with you just in case something happens, or no?
Yeah, sure, I'll take one of the mages.
Alright, then I'll... Or do you want to go with him?
No, I was gonna stay back just in case we need another fighter in the circle.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
what I was
then
saying. One of the mages, because he's the fighter.
Yeah. So I guess I'll go with you then.
Alright, and then we make our way back around to the other, like, back around in the circle again.
Yeah.
Okay. So as you head through the pathway on your right, you begin to take the pathway you took before, as if while channeling that divine power, you both are very attuned to the magic, so you're both trying to sense it, and you both are looking for it, and you're both feeling like almost like you're not going anywhere. It's a very odd. It almost feels like you're also. It almost feels like you're going back the way you came. Like even though you're going left, you feel like you're going right. And as you approach the entryway back to the circle on the left side by Karote, stand and you feel an odd presence in the middle, though. Almost as if of a door. And as you walk through, the feeling disappears. And the conjuration spell on the left, and the illusion on the right.
Yeah.
And the trees, like I said, feel very enchanted. Almost like I said, they're there as kind of like a.
Well,
I guess this might cut out.
No,
yeah.
that was it.
Alright. And we come back around and we see them again.
You come back into the circle, and you can see everybody there like you didn't go anywhere.
alright.
Okay.
Perception, real quick.
Yeah, do they have an idea of how much time
Wait,
we
wait, wait.
spend going around the circle?
So just a question. Answer that real quick. I'll answer.
So, actually, yes. If you were to ask them, they would tell you that it almost seemed like you guys were only gone for a few seconds. Like knowing the path you took, they felt like you guys like.
It should take like a minute and a half or whatever, but it only took like 10 seconds type thing.
Yeah, like you got back in like the blink of an eye, pretty much. Like almost like you walked through the right and walked right back out the left.
All right.
Yep.
So question.
Yep.
I have a passive perception of 15.
Okay.
Would taking 10, like, hint me out to anything else?
And what I was gonna say is, between you, Sal, and Karote, standing where you guys are in proximity to that pathway, you feel again, but this time you feel like you're on the right side. Like all you need to do is step through it, and the clearing as you're all thinking and concentrating. You almost hear voices on the other side of that to the left. Breeze. Can't quite make out what they are or what they sound like, but it almost sounds like if someone's talking to you. Quite hear what they're saying yet.
Interesting.
And do
Well-
you know about this as well or no?
Well, they haven't told you, so they've all are kind of feeling this. This is kind of a, like when you walk into when you walk into someplace, something's going to happen. You get that tingle down your spine,
Yeah.
and you look to your friend, and they look at you because they got the same tingle.
Mm-hmm.
That's the feeling they kind of all have at the moment. They're all kind of looking back and forth to each other, like, did you feel that? Like, but nothing is being said. You're kind of standing there going, what's going on? Like, you're very confused because you can see them looking. Your fighting senses are tingling in a sense. Like,
Yeah.
things going on. You're out of the loop.
I will relay the feeling that I got to him so that he's not left out.
Alright, so I'm going to say, we've been going right this whole entire time. We haven't tried going left first, have we?
No, we haven't.
No.
Do we want to try going left first this time and see if anything changes?
Oh,
Sure.
are those did we before we do the circle the second and third time, or the second time, we left marks and stuff in there. Are they all there still?
Yeah, there should be a mark right here.
Right. The marks are still. Yes, the marks are still there. You go over and you check, and there's still the slash mark. And when you check near the fire, there's still your note underneath the rock.
Okay. Okay.
I think the only thing we can do is go through that other door, or the other passage.
Let's leave something else behind, just in case, and let's not split up this time. I had a feeling that we were just going to be right back where we were. Again, I just wanted to confirm that's why I split us up.
Yeah.
Alright.
Let's leave something behind and go left. I don't know. I don't really have anything spare.
Actually, I have a better idea. Let's take one of the stones from the fire and move it to here. And if it's still there, we're going in a full circle.
Alright.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Or do you want to leave another mark on a tree on the opposite side as well?
I can. Alright, I'll do that. Get right here, and then I slashed a tree right here. Alright.
Do you want to put a mark on there so we know, like draw it from the drawing and all that?
I can try.
If you don't, I can.
Yeah, there's a little red dot there now. See it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll put a yellow one down here. There.
Fantastic. Alright.
Alright. So, Larkeen will lead the way.
Yep. You're gonna go
Poof.
first through that path. I will follow.
I'll follow right behind
Oh,
you.
also we took one of the rocks out. So there's a rock.
Yeah.
Like,
Alright,
there.
Alright.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys.
Yep.
Okay, give me 1 second then.
Let the tank go first.
I mean, I don't mind going first if you don't want to, Larkin.
Yeah, tell me, what is the order you're gonna go in? Who went first again?
Larkin did, because he's the only one with full armor.
And then I'll be behind him with Sal.
Okay, so
And then I think
Larkin.
Yes.
And Kurote, you're gonna be behind Wormlock?
um,
Saw you light up for a second, but I couldn't hear anything you said.
I'm gonna assume technical difficulties.
yeah.
Okay, I'm
Go
gonna
with,
give a second to
if you
fix
can
that.
hear us, can you just tell me about what you want to do in Roll20 chat?
I'm assuming he's fine with the current party lineup, but I don't know. He's been
He's been quiet, yeah.
Larkin, and then Wormlock, you said, and then Sal, and then
Yeah.
it's kind of how we're heading out.
E.
I know
Yep.
it's a little weird looking. All right, then bear with me, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
Can you
guys-
hear me
as you
now?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
I was talking and I was saying yes.
Okay.
We assumed you were fine. We just didn't. You know what they say about assuming.
Right.
As you guys step through that you almost feel a shifting in the air around you, a shimmer, and as you step through, come out into a circle that looks almost identical to the one you just left.
Hmm.
Which you can all see.
Hmm.
So now, what do you do?
I don't have control of this character token.
I can control mine.
I can't,
I got
cause
mine.
that's the old one that was bugged. Remember?
Did it break again?
Yeah.
It broke.
Yeah, broke
I
again.
dragged off the character wall to the side, so I don't know why it.
There we go. There we go. Okay, yeah, Larkin's gonna come up here
Your nameplate's on there.
and continue on because he's tired of walking in circles. He wants to get out of this goddamn forest because he might know magic, but this is not a good sign that he just keeps walking in circles and can't do anything about it.
Yep. I follow behind.
Yeah, I just keep following you guys.
All right, so give me 1 second. Let me.
I take it Kuroto does the same? Or Kurote?
Presume.
Alright.
I'm just gonna call him Kiro.
Yeah, Kira's a lot easier.
I hope that's okay. Actually, I think
Yes.
in the first session you said my name is Kurote, but you can just call me Kiro.
Yeah, I did.
You did. Yeah, you did.
All my tokens broke. I hate my life. All right, sorry guys. I'll go ahead and reveal your area so you can continue.
No, it's okay. I had the same issue in my first Pathfinder session. All my tokens and my dynamic lighting broke.
Oh, yeah, somehow saved to the map layer. They're all no longer associated, and I'm trying to make sure I get them. associated.
Okay. So how I do it? Whoa, I don't know where he just went. He didn't.
Where the fuck did I go?
You're in the dark.
Are you underneath?
He's
are
in
you
the dark.
underneath?
I'm
Are you underneath?
somewhere.
There he is.
Oh, there you go.
There I am. Okay. I was like, I'm
anyways.
somewhere in the void.
He's in the void. You have arrived in the shadow realm.
Mm-hmm.
No, but what I was gonna say is if you want to have tokens and don't have them be revealed to the players, put them on the GM layer. What the GM layer is, it's stuff that you can't see, but the party can't see, and it overrides everything else on the map. Like the map and background layer obviously is like on the bottom, and then the token layer, objects and tokens layer, and then the GM layer is above that, and players can't see past the second level.
Awesome. But we'll have to talk about that another time. In the meantime, I think we're good. Thank you for that, though.
Yep, no problem. I'm here to help.
Have moved forward. You're kind of in the setup right now. You guys have moved forward. What do you guys?
I think we're still moving forward, right? Or are we?
Yeah. Yeah, there's no reason for us to not move forward.
Okay, so you guys are going to move forward. Clear off that area for you guys to move ahead into. And actually, no, I'm just going to clear off this too. You guys can go all the way back down if you want.
Yep.
Yep.
You guys are just going to... as you guys get to this point, hold on, before you move anymore, Larkin.
That's fine.
As you guys get to this point, because you all have pretty good perception, you all start to hear voices. And you've been hearing them for a moment, but you kind of just weren't realizing that was them. And as you get closer, you hear more guttural. You start to hear voices, and then as you all stop because of this, instinctively you all stop, and a voice rises over the air. Hey, Bash! You gonna get that damn cook going? We're gonna starve to death if you don't cook nothing.
I immediately stop, like we did stop, but I just put my arms out, I turn around to the party, and Larkin says, "That sounds like orcs."
As you say that, you hear another one. Shut your trap, Bash, or I'm gonna cook. You smell that?
And
Dwarf.
okay, so and then as before he even gets to say dwarf, I pull out my my hand axe and I go rushing into the clearing.
So is he saying this in common tongue, or is this?
Oh
in orc?
yes, I've
This is all in common. They speak complete common for some reason.
well, I mean, pretty much everything.
I'm not stealthy at all.
I'm not trying to stealth.
I
No,
know
I'm not
you're
gonna-
not.
I'm not gonna
Alright,
stealth
clear
either.
off the area because I'm rushing in to kill this guy. Because I hate orcs. And I will, I guess, go there and not move any forward so that we can roll initiative.
Oh wait, do you want to get a surprise round?
Oh, well,
But I guess it's too late for that, I guess.
Surprise if you decide to attack. I'm going to give you guys a chance to move in and do any surprise motions before I have you guys roll for initiative, because you guys are catching these guys completely off guard. They're setting up for that. Now remember, you are at the entrance, so you guys only... Oh, you guys have plenty of room, though. I'm pretty sure this stuff is really small.
I'm going to walk up and smack him because you only get one action in a surprise round, so...
So basically, just for my stealth, you guys, we probably should be quiet.
Low.
Yeah, he at the back of your group kind of just shouts that. So as he does that, you guys are going to...
I'm gonna pull out my bow.
I have to play out that roll of a 2. Well, that 2 roll plus 2.
I'm smacking this orc. He better... I'm pretty sure he doesn't have an AC of 20.
Now, is that fire going?
Yes, they do have a fire going.
Okay, because if they have a fire going, then I am going to be casting this.
Increase your strength. Oh wait, that's actually hang on. Okay, so that doesn't affect my score, but my strength is 1 modifier higher because screw orcs. I'm just reading this real quick because I forgot exactly what this. During the first round of any combat, your attacks rolls against any of them have advantage. So that is the surprise round and the actual first round, I believe, is how that works. When any of your chosen foes makes attack of opportunity, they have to take disadvantage. Oh boy. Try and hit the wall that does not fall.
Oh. That, by the way, that red dot was the center of where I was going to put the grease. So I get a 10-foot square around that.
Well, I was first, so...
Well, I know, I'm just saying that's just a heads up.
Okay. So, what about him taking damage, Giraffe?
So you rolled 20. You're definitely gonna hit. His AC is just his AC. Yeah, that's a definite hit.
Okay, I need to hang on. For some reason, I can't roll damage with this thing.
Are you hitting the little button on it?
What little button?
Underneath the, like I said, if we're underneath the 20 where it says hand axe, if you
Click on
mouse
the
over
word
it,
hand axe.
yeah.
I did, and that's what it did.
Ah.
Like, I can roll again and show you. Anyways, it's fine. A 1d4 plus 7.
If anyone else tries to click on it, it'll just give an error.
Actually,
Yeah, I
no.
figured.
That's a 1d6, not a 1d4. I don't know why that says 1d4. Lol. Sorry. There we go.
Mhm.
He takes 10 damage. Poke.
All right.
Surprise on beach. As you hit him, you hear a guttural roar from him as he's shocked and blood sprays back from the blade, hitting him in the back of the head. What's that?
And as I hit him in the head, I say, "This is for attacking the great nation of Craghammer."
Birds. Okay.
Yeah.
Confused. He doesn't seem to register what Crackhammer was or is.
Doesn't matter. I hate orcs.
It's cool. He hates you too right now.
Good. He's gonna be dead.
Alright.
All right. So I'm gonna be doing this grease from that center point. So
Everything
I'm
that's
trying to-
10 feet around.
yeah, I'm just trying to get an idea of the end points here, the diagonals, I guess. Yeah. So it's there to there. Okay. I will do a rectangle. It was here, right? This one? No, it was.
It's draw shape. Hang on. Let me just make sure. So, you would start it in the corner of
Yep.
of this box.
Yep.
And then go
Can
all
you-
the way down to this corner.
Yep. Can you click it again? To there?
Yeah, to
That's about right.
the corner of that box, yes.
Okay, good. Just want to make sure.
And that's a circle, obviously, but sometimes the circle function in this game is a little wonky.
Yeah. Well, it says a 10-foot square centered.
Oh, it's a square?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the spell is a square,
Yeah.
so he's correct.
And since I threw that grease into the fire, essentially, does that whole thing catch on fire? Or no?
Yeah, it'll catch on fire. Did you used to do it?
Well, yeah. I casted grease on it, so that's the.
No, I know. What did you use? What was the component for that one? What do you have in your bag again for grease?
Oh, my arcane focus.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, so then it's I'm gonna say it goes ahead and catches on fire, and I'll say it does a 1d6 damage each turn.
Does it? Okay.
They
I
also
don't
have
know.
to make their dex throws.
Yep.
That's-
We're going pro.
They're all gonna throw that now.
You can also GM roll that by swiping /GM roll first. I know you're
Yeah.
directly rolling off of the thing. It's just like then
In my,
if you do that, then we don't know what they roll.
Right. Oh well. Two of them fail because my DC spell save is 16.
Okay. He is now prone. Wait, I'm just gonna put a purple dot on him. Alright, that means he's prone. Cool.
Yep. Two of them are prone. It's right.
Yeah, it's I was just checking who the other one was.
Okay.
Alright, prone.
Yep.
Can't change the icons, but alright, so he succeeds, so he stays standing.
Yeah.
So
Mm,
at this point
Whose turn is it?
Oh no, we're just doing our attacks of opportunity.
yeah, this
or
is this is
stealth round.
this is surprise round. So if you guys want to go in and do anything during the surprise round, go
Go ahead.
ahead.
Yeah, you
It's
could-
only
you
all
could
you
have-
get. All you get is a move and a standard. Oh, rip! There went my fucking chrome. Pardon my French, but it just killed itself. Give me a second, guys. I apologize. Sorry, my Chrome killed itself. Sorry.
You're fine.
Okay. Wait, how far? Hold on. How far is the one right behind that one?
I'm
Well,
just-
they're both. Yeah, they're
No.
both prone.
Yeah.
Oh, and the one to the right is standing, so you're shooting at the ground either way.
And so I can't take a shot at the one back there? No.
No, your bow has but range. Yeah, you can.
I have like 60-foot range, so I should be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, doesn't your like bow range increase when you level? Oh wait, no, that's just ranger. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Alright, well, pull up my bow. Does 14 hit?
You're
Uh,
attacking back.
The back one, yes, this one.
That would hit me.
I'm gonna say because of his skill, he'll shoot to the side of you essentially.
Okay, or shoot over me because I am a dwarf.
I was gonna say yeah.
I could probably just shoot over you.
Yeah.
7 foot tall, and you are like 3.5. So
Alright, and then I roll for damage.
I am
Do hit?
4. Thank you very much.
oh, my bad.
Alright, did I hit?
He is prone.
Yeah, I know. What was the
It's
14.
minus 4
no.
to being prone.
So yeah, you are gonna hit.
I
Hey.
did 6 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm. Bash is gonna take -6. All right. Karate, you gonna try to do something like?
Well,
what-
my action was the thing I was doing was initially trying to stealth.
Okay.
Yeah, actually, you failed horribly at that. So
Yeah.
All right. So
crouch and stealth forward, you immediately step on the biggest branch in the area. I don't even know how it got there. It appeared, and you stepped on it, and it made the loudest crack. It was almost like it was set up by the comic gods. Just- all the orcs, that and Larkeen's shout caused all the orcs to turn, acting his grease, causing 2 of the orcs to slip, but letting Besh be able to maintain his footing. At which point, Worm quickly got off a shot on Bash, on the far end there, before ended. So now I'm gonna say let's go ahead and roll initiative, everybody. 'Cause
initiative. All right. Let me. Where is my initiative? That's
good.
actually +2.
Oh wait, you're supposed to
Oh.
click your character. Hold on.
Yeah. Click. Yep. There we go. And then initiative. 13.
They're pretty good.
What?
Yeah.
I was clicked on my character. Okay, hang on. I'm gonna change it. Don't worry. Just give me a sec. There, I'm gonna change it to the first one because the second one isn't the right modifier. What was it before 16?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, I had
What's
to
your
click on.
dex? Because your initiative is your dex modifier.
It's one. It's +1, but I have a feat or an ability in my like backstory or something that gives me an extra +1. I forget what it's called, but yeah.
This is ridiculous. Before.
Ooh. All right.
Well,
Ow. Well, you know there's a way to hide those rolls from us.
he knows.
Yes, I know. I don't also care because you guys are gonna find out anyways. They're gonna show up in the initiative list.
Yeah, Zane, I don't see you on the thing.
There he is.
There he is.
I guess I go first.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just.
Yeah, he's got to add the orcs to the initiative table.
Yeah. Well, one of them rolled a 19, so they're going first.
Yeah, it's a. He was prone. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to spend half of his movement trying to get up, and as soon as he gets up, he has to make another dex save.
Grease is so messed up.
Grease is the funniest thing ever.
Yeah.
It is not like that.
Like, there was a level... I was in an adventure where there was a level 18 caster, and he would just cast Grease at the start of every fight, and we would win just because we had a Blood Rager that did like 7 attacks a turn, and if they were prone in Grease, they just got eviscerated.
Destroyed.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's okay. We know what the things are, so we can just do it that way.
Yeah.
I mean, but if he does it this way, then it's really easy for him to organize stuff, because then all he has to do is click the little thing, organize by descending, and then just click next.
Yep.
Fair enough.
How do I? There we go.
Beach. And I was like,
Bash was.
Beach.
So I hit bash, right?
You did hit bash. No.
Fantastic. I hit the biggest guy.
Okay. There we go. Now I just need to.
And then, yeah, you click the little...
Yep.
Yeah.
Fortunately, the guy who rolled the highest was
Bash.
yes, Bash. Actually, I was wrong on that.
Bash, bash, and beesh. Yes.
Yeah.
Wait,
Ending tall, still in the grease.
why is Warmlock's initiative 17? I thought it was 14. Oh well, I guess it really doesn't matter.
Yes. No, the 14 wasn't him. I don't think it was him clicking his character. He said.
Yeah.
I didn't click my character.
Yeah, he rolled a 1d20.
It was Larkeen.
I don't know.
Oh well, it doesn't.
Anyway.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I missed out on that. I'm just gonna roll with it. It's not too crazy. Anyway.
It's not. No, it's not. I was curious about that.
Just, it's fine. Go ahead, Giraffe.
Ending up, among all his peers, the only one to remain standing does the oddest thing. He chuckles. You idiots fell. Now let me show you how a real orc does it. He decides to, in all his geniusness, rush
Make another deck save, buddy.
Yep. Besh is gonna go ahead and roll a nice little deck save. And he rolls.
A
Yeah,
3.
my spell save DC is 16.
Besh takes a step, slides. His ass slides. Fire.
Oh, my bum.
Slides right into the fire. It hurts. His life sucks.
Yeah.
His life sucks. Yeah, he is up. He is not laughing anymore. Actually, Bash, even with the arrow sticking out of his butt, is laughing right now. All the other orcs are just having a good chuckle at this. Like they're not even like taking you guys seriously right now. The ground on their backs, they're still just laughing at you all.
Alright.
And
Alright, it's my turn. Alright, so I'm gonna move up to right. Can I? Yeah, I can. Move up to right here, right in front of Sal, and take another shot. But this time I'm gonna take it at Bash.
oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah. I was like, you might want to put the little purple icon on him to show that he's,
Yep.
like, on the ground.
Alright, 13.
Besh's AC. Yeah, it hits.
Fantastic. 8 piercing damage.
Really? All right. He's on fire and in pain.
Oh, this is priceless.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Is there anything else you want to do?
Not really. Remlock's just laughing as he hits, Vesh.
Okay. So that ends your turn. Oh, where's it just? Okay.
For my bonus action, I'm gonna Hunter's Mark the guy in front of me.
Okay.
So I guess you can, like, give him, like, a red icon or something to show that he's Hunter's Marked.
Yep.
And I am going to swing. This is one higher. When I roll this is one higher. So it's probably gonna hit. Also, it's advantage.
Just working on that. Yep, it definitely hits.
And then I have to roll the damage, which is, I'm just gonna add, I'm just gonna add the extra damage from Hunter's Mark to the thing, which is that. Bop! That's swing 1. And swing 2. Advantage, 1 higher.
Okay.
God, I really thought I just crit there, and I was like, oh, darn. And then swing 2.
Okay. So 29 damage.
And then I am going to... Do I want to move? Nah, I'm fine. They're all on the ground. I'm not threatened. I'm gonna stay there.
Right.
Alright. As a bonus action, I am going to cast Shillelagh on my my quarterstaff, just in case I have to do some close quarters fighting. And that'll last
Okay.
for a minute. And then I'm going to cast So, which ones have been damaged? Or which ones have?
3 of them
All
have at
3
this
of them.
point.
Okay.
There's 10 damage, just the one in front of Larkin.
Right. Okay. So, I am going to cast. Let's see. Yeah, that's too much. Okay, I'm gonna cast Shatter in that same area, in that same
Square.
yeah. If I can, I guess I have to go from the other page. One sec. Yeah, I'm gonna do it in that same square. If it lets me. Yeah, for some reason it's not letting me click it. That's odd.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Shatter?
Yeah. It's a second level spell.
There you go.
Thank you. I don't know why it didn't, let me just make sure. Something. A sudden ringing. Each creature in a 10-foot radius. Oh, that's why. Because I had to. I'm an idiot. Okay. I had to say at what level.
Yeah.
10 foot. So in that 10 foot, that same 10-foot radius, have to make a Constitution saving throw, and then take. Yeah. What is it? Oh yeah. So it's already done the damage.
Yeah. So let's just see Constitution.
That one passes. Or take half damage, I guess. If they pass.
Let's see, we've got pass.
It too
Doesn't
fails.
get, not get. So pass, so he only takes takes 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Attack damage.
It's 10 or 9. It's always GM discretion whether you round down or round up if it's an
Yeah.
odd
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
Yep.
I round up for damage. Both ways. Damage does more to you guys. We'll round up and your damage will round up. It's all fair.
Yep.
Alright. So that was fun. So make the sound fun for a second. As the orcs are all, trying to pick themselves up and get their stuff together.
Actually, it might be more, since that might actually be more. Because
Why?
it says at higher levels when when you cast a spell using a spell slot. Okay.
Above-
Yeah, so you use the second level spell slot. Okay.
So as they're trying to get up, they're leaning on their arms, trying to use their their javelins or axes to stand themselves up. They're trying to prop themselves onto their feet. It tightens. Their ears start to drum and hollow, and you can see this discomfort come over their faces, and then there's a massive thunderclap in the middle of that square where the grease is, knocking all 3 of them back onto their stomachs and their faces, deafening them, You can see blood dripping out of their ears from the blown eardrums. Yeah, that damage.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anything else you want to do? Are you good, Sal?
Yeah, I'm good because I did my action and bonus action. I don't feel like I need to move at this point.
Perfect. All right, so we're gonna go to Bash. Poor Bash. He's
Poor Bash.
how did that happen?
I don't know. He has 24 now.
That's not what he rolled.
It was a 12.
I'm gonna fix that.
Oh yeah, I've had an issue with that. Sometimes it'll like double your die for some reason.
Okay. Interesting. So yeah, Bash is going to.
Oh, I know why. I know why. It's because you accidentally rolled twice for his initiative, so whatever you put in, it's gonna double.
Oh, okay. Bash is going to attempt to stand again. So he is going to make a dex saving throw, I believe.
Yep.
Motion to make it. He's going to use his action to stand up. He'll be able to lift himself up. Butt of his war axe in the ground.
And it's half of your
hand on
move.
top of it.
It's half of your move to stand up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's half of his movement to stand up. From there, he's going to pick his javelin up. Stand up, and he's going to pull it back and fling it as hard as he can.
If he's prone, he can't.
Well, he just
Stand up. Yeah.
You stand up.
Wait, I didn't see the dex roll.
doesn't have to make a dex roll to stand up. It's ending his
No.
turn. He has to make the dex roll.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You go from being prone to standing without making a dex save. It just takes their movement.
Or half their movement at least.
Half
Yeah.
their movement.
All right, got you.
He can use his action, but then at the end of his turn, he has to make a dex save to stay standing.
All right.
So that javelin throw right in front of him. He's just going to swing it at Larkin. It's the easiest thing. He sees you. He sees his eyes bloodshot.
Disadvantage,
ears.
buddy. Disadvantage. Fight me. Nope.
So he flings his javelin and
Just bounces
Actually,
off of my
gets
armor.
into it. Yeah, doesn't even land. Just flies right past and lands in a tree. And
When it whizzes past me, can I like taunt him and say, "Oh, that's a good arm you got there, laddie."
you know what? I'm gonna say yeah. If oh, hold on a second. Yeah, we're gonna say that one missed anyways. It's fine. I didn't know about that when I rolled it.
No, you're fine.
Yeah, because Bash is actually an orc war chief. So he normally gets +6 to hit on that.
Still wouldn't hit me.
19 wouldn't? Okay, so good. Even then, it wouldn't matter. So yeah, he's just so as a bonus action, he's going to use what's called Gurmesh's Fury. He's going to attempt to shout a battle cry into the air.
Does
Wait,
that provoke an attack of opportunity?
For him, no.
No, from him. From him. Like if he does that, because if it's like a spell and it's not. Oh wait, you said it's a bonus action. Never mind. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, it's kind of. I think it's akin more to raging, like for a barbarian.
Yeah.
What it does is his battle cry. The two orcs with him, his two companions, and he tries to rally them. If they can hear it, they would gain advantage on attack rolls. The downside is having had their ears blown out, they pretty much can't hear crap. So they hear something, war cry, or if it's just him crying.
I
Somewhat-
missed the dwarf.
They feel somewhat enraged, but they're also somewhat confused. Their war chief is showing weakness in their eyes, and also that they're losing at the moment. But they're also, there's nothing they can really do. So now Bash is going to make his dex saving throw. And probably fall.
No,
Yep.
that
Nice.
succeeds.
All right, he stays standing. Bash will not give in. He missed you, but he's going to kill you. That is the look on his face right now.
I'd like to see him try.
He's like motioning at you, making that hand to mouth face, like he's eating. He's going to eat you is what he's saying to you in motion.
Good, try.
Right. So if you rotate, it's your turn, buddy. And I think we've lost you again. We'll be back in just a moment.
There he is.
Hello?
There we go.
No.
No.
I hear something. I don't hear him. Hello? Yeah, no, he might just need to restart Discord again.
Yeah,
Hear
restart
me.
Discord. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear
Okay,
you
we
now.
started Discord like 4 times.
It's all good.
Yep.
Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move up here. I'll just out of the clearing. Get a measurement. These are all the 3 enemies right here. Here. I need to put it back on the pointer. We got this guy.
Yeah.
This guy.
Yeah.
And this guy.
The war chief.
Right.
Okay. Back here.
Uh-huh.
Kirote lifts the staff that he's been carrying around with him. And he's gonna launch off, he's gonna earn some staff charges to light off a level 5 fireball.
Oh, goodness.
All right. That's
It has a 20-foot radius.
yeah.
That's why I'm putting it back here, so it'll hit these guys without hitting you, but it also blasts back 4 squares in this direction, as well.
Wow.
Ouch. Ow. They're taking some damage. Plus, that's in Greece.
Oh god.
Yeah, I was waiting for Kurote to finish to roll the dice for that. So yeah, that's gonna. Woo.
Fire! Whoa, 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 whoa! Fire!
And you weren't a bard, Larkeen.
I mean, I
So you-
am a music major.
Could have
So you have
inspired.
so you have a nat 1 there, right? On the
On what?
Yeah, that's a nat
that's
one.
an- does that mean it misses, or is that a nat 1 on damage?
I think that's a nat one on.
That's
Yeah.
Wow, why
damage.
is it doing that?
What?
What's this thing here? What's the 6 there?
That's because you tested at a higher level. You roll 2d6, and you roll the nat 1 on one of those, and then you roll the 5 on the other.
Oh, okay.
It's on top of your base level fire damage.
Okay, so is that 35 altogether, or?
No,
Nice.
35 plus 6.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so 41 damage.
Boy, maybe.
Yeah.
No, he passed on that. It's only going to be
it's
20 damage.
Oh, yeah.
We also haven't taken account if the Grease would deal extra damage or not.
Well, at the same time, they all need to roll to save. So that one guy passed, that one guy failed, and
Yep,
one other.
I'm gonna do that. So that was who was second? Beesh.
Beesh.
How much damage?
41.
41.
Pretty sure I gotta double check, but I'm pretty sure Beesh is dead.
Ha ha ha!
God,
You
why
also-
is there
You also set the woods on fire.
Beesh is dead.
Only you can prevent forest fires.
Yeah,
And yeah,
I'm pretty sure this whole area back here is on fire now.
Probably.
Oh man, Smokey the Bear's gonna kill me.
Smokey the Bear's gonna kill me.
I just want to take Bash out.
just say at this point you're pretty much on Santa's naughty list and Smokey.
You didn't prevent forest fires.
Survived.
You said
What's with that circle?
That was
20 foot.
it's just
20
more
foot.
than-
Here.
20 foot from the center radius.
20 foot from the center radius would go out to here.
Yeah.
duck sauce. Or-
Well, 20-foot radius, not diameter.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
10-foot radius.
I feel like, well, a 20-foot diameter, you said, or radius?
20-foot radius.
That's a 40-foot diameter.
So 40-foot diameter.
Yeah.
That's
And it doesn't hit me, but yeah. He's got to move
Yeah,
it
I mean-
back one. There you go.
Yeah, so there.
Yeah.
Well, there goes the forest fire.
You just well, actually, so here's what happens. All right, let me write this. Let me tell this out real quick. The Karote lifting is the magical power inside of it, unleashing a torrent of fire. A blaze and cone of it launches from the ground behind the orcs, emblazoning all three of them in it. At the same time, where it should have hit the trees surrounding them, just disappear. You can hear it roaring through the trees. You can hear it lifting through their leaves. You can see it in the sky around them, but the trees seem unaffected. You don't smell burnt wood. You don't smell burning leaves or pine. All you right now smell is the burning flesh of Biesh.
Blech.
And Bash are both screaming.
Yeah, 'cause they're both taking 41 damage, right?
Yeah. Well, Bash is taking half that. The other one that took 41 is dead. Yeah, he's dead. Anything else you're gonna do, Karote? Because that's kind of
Broken.
broken.
Good.
Jeez, you definitely did not want to.
He was like, I'm out of here. Fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, as a bonus action, would I be able to try to stealth again?
I think that's a
Jump
full
into-
action.
Jump into some cover.
No,
the
that
problem is they know you're there.
if he was able to hide behind something, then he could make as a bonus action, he could make a hide check,
Well-
and it would just be roll his stealth.
I would agree with you. What I was getting to was that the trees, as we mentioned before, are tightly packed together. There's really
Okay.
barely the space to get your hand between them.
All right.
All right. I'm done.
Biesh is dead.
Yeah, you didn't really have a chance to hide. Was there something else you wanted to try to do, maybe?
No, that was all I really needed to do. I think I did enough this turn.
Okay.
Step forward, clears throat. Boom.
Beach is dead. So we're just going to remove him from the list.
Yep.
The end of the round, what's going to happen is I'm going to go ahead and just roll essentially 66 real quick. And whatever damage that is, they're going to take fire damage.
Oh, I have a
Why-
feeling Besh is dead.
Being on fire.
As long as Bash doesn't die.
Dude, come on! I'm the one that hates orcs. Let me kill him.
But
I'm
I
a little
want to
bit-
fight
what-
the strongest thing out there.
I'm a little confused as to why it's so much, but I'm not complaining.
Right, so what was it? 24. So 24 additional damage. And let's see.
It's what's going on?
Because the grease has been on fire this entire time,
Oh god.
both from him casting it over the open fire that they had going to cook with,
Well, that's
Or-
me.
intense fire spell as well. Take an additional 66, essentially 1d6 for each round of fire damage. So they both have essentially just taken 24 damage additional over the entirety of this round.
Oh my
So
god.
that's from previous stuff, right? That's from
Yeah,
previous
that's
thing?
from the grease and then the intense fire spell that was like, hey, blah.
Yeah, no. So essentially, for you guys turning the area right there into a volcano.
There, there goes my arrows.
Yeah, no, you're not getting those back. Those have turned into like cinders at this point. It's ash. No, the ash melted. You're turning it into a glass floor. It's so hot.
Mm.
It's quite literally, when this is done, probably going to be glass. So at this point, the only surviving orc is Bash. He is the only one that's still alive, and he is pissed.
Yay!
Nothing
Fight
has
me.
knocked him down yet. He is. Yeah, that's essentially what he's screaming right now.
Now, can we see them all throughout the flames, or are they hidden in the smoke and the flames?
No. So the flame only lasts for the duration of the spell, which is just the action.
Yeah.
Instantaneous. So it roars up, and then it's just this column of fire, and it disappears.
Okay, so we can actually still see them.
Huh? Well, they're not. Here, like,
Yeah,
it didn't
but-
help them.
Yeah.
Just charred them. So
Alright, hold on.
someone left alive at this point is, like I said before, is Bash in the back.
Oh, wait, I've
And-
been rolling my initiative wrong. I forgot about my second thing. I actually have an extra +3 to my initiative.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll take that into account.
In the
Excellent.
future. In the future.
Yeah,
I just wanted to say that. Sorry.
No problem. No problem. We'll just make a note of it in your. It helps us remember. But yeah, we'll do that. We'll go that from now on.
Alright, I'm gonna move up one space, and then I'm gonna take another shot at
At Bash.
Yeah.
And do remember too, you have 2 actions.
Okay, so I can take 2 shots?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll
Because of
probably
your
do
fighter
that.
level, you have 2 actions.
Alright, I'm gonna just take 2 shots at him.
Okay.
That does not hit.
No, unfortunately, the first one misses. So your first arrow, because of the intensity of the heat, the heat is still extreme, and because of that intensity, squint your eyes a little, and you shoot just off of him, and the arrow sticks in the ground just to the side of him, and immediately starts to burn.
Fantastic! There we go.
That's a crit.
So yeah, go ahead and
11,
Double that. 22.
22.
Oh, is that how you do crits? Not just the 6 plus 5? Alright.
No, that is his damage. You double your die.
is if you get a nat 20, or if you have a class that allows your crit to be 19, you double your damage.
Okay.
Yeah, so if he rolled an 11, he'll double that. So it'll be
22.
22. It does do that, and then,
I wanna hear how this happened.
but yeah, so accustomed to and channeling, and kind of toughening your scales up a little bit, you huff and puff for a moment, and you pull the bow back to your eye, and you line the shot up. You go just for the middle of his face. You let go. and true as the day you first shot your arrow, and then right between his eyes. It just stuck. Didn't go through, it just stuck. The shaft went in and just stuck right into his forehead. And with that, Bash lets out a scream of pain. His face now bleeding down into his eyes. That was
Alright.
actually,
One last thing.
okay.
Rimlock's gonna be laughing hysterically, with a deep dragon roar as he hits, Bash in the face.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
So he's not dead.
Oh. He is still kicking and pissed.
Holy shit!
Go
And
ahead.
also, on top of that, the grease is now gone because it has been a minute.
Awesome.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yes!
What are we heading?
Yes! Yes!
The fire.
That means you
Run
can get
up!
in there.
Run up! Ah! Alright,
The grease
bonus
lasts for a
action.
minute.
Yeah, it's a 10-turn thing.
Then there would be 10 rounds of
Also,
combat.
I don't know, but Fireball might have, dispelled all of the grease.
Well, yeah, between the intensity of the fireball, there isn't much left in the way of anything there. Even the rocks in the fire have melted at this point.
Yeah, the only grease that was left would have probably been in that top corner on that one square in the top corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
up there. That's probably it.
Yeah.
I mean, there was still some grease residually holding on to them, but over the last of that turn and Wormlock's turn, it kind of burned off.
Yeah.
It's Wormlock. Your turn's finished.
Ya boy, Hunter's Mark, Mr. Bash.
Okay.
And before I run up on him, I'm gonna say, now, what was that about a dwarf? And I'm gonna run up on him,
Okay.
and I'm gonna swing at him twice.
Okay.
Let me pull up my character again. Keep in mind, this is one higher,
You guys, your hunter mark. Yep.
and it also has advantage. Oh, 20! Oh, this man. I'm pretty sure he's just dead. But I'm gonna roll damage first. Oh boy. So that's 46. Plus 14.
Times 2, right?
No, it's 2d6, and then plus 7, and then I double both.
Okay.
That's including doubling both, so I'm just gonna 30. Is he dead? I'm gonna swing at him whether he's dead or not, but is he dead?
I mean, it wouldn't matter either way. It would hit. Either way, it's enough damage that it would kill him.
Yeah. I'm gonna roll again just to be sure.
No, you did it. He's even at the base damage. The only thing is, I was double checking. I don't remember Hunter's Mark giving you advantage on the roll, on your attack roll. It gives you advantage on perception and survival checks.
No, I wasn't talking about Hunter's Mark. That's my thing. My
Oh,
background thing.
yeah. Okay. Either way, yeah, no. So yeah, you do, you do enough damage that he's dead.
I'm just gonna cleave his head clean off, and then seeing him fall, I'm just gonna chuckle. You thought you were hot shit.
He was.
Larkin makes this, or as you say, that Sal makes this joke, and Everyone just starts laughing. They're all dead.
Oh,
Boom.
man. Loot!
Is there much loot left?
I doubt
I mean, there
would be
probably
any loot
isn't,
left.
but we can try.
Yeah, I'm gonna say because of the fire damage, you pretty much melted their clothes off.
Okay.
It's whatever. I probably wouldn't wear their garments,
Dirt.
considering as they're taller than me, A, and B, I already have full armor. So
Now, the other thing is you do notice that the axe is still intact, but the blade is like neon red.
ooh,
Great axe
What?
is still intact, but the blade is like neon red. But the handle has stayed intact, surprisingly. You've melted the stones around it, but that handle that metal is still there. But that's the only thing outside of their bodies. That is the only thing that survived.
I'm gonna cast a detect magic on the sword.
I will repost it.
Yes, thank you. Because, like I said, I don't have that in my notes.
Yeah.
And then it's a spellcraft check, I believe, to determine what
Yep.
it is.
So let's see what.
Like, to determine what it actually does. Like, because detect magic only tells me what school of magic it is, if it's magical.
So yes, you detect this sword is magical, or the great axe is magical. You got me calling it a sword. The great axe is magical,
Great
and
ass.
it definitely is necrotic.
Ooh.
If you wanted to make an investigation check, I would allow that. If you wanted to try to determine what abilities it does.
Oh wait, there isn't... Okay. Sorry, for some reason, I guess I'm just used to Pathfinder. I was like, wait,
Would that
there's not a
be
spellcraft.
Arcana? Because in Pathfinder, there's
It's Arcana, wouldn't it be? Not
because
investigation.
there's like sense magic or something as a skill in Pathfinder. I forgot the exact name of it.
It's spellcraft. It's a skill.
Spellcraft, yeah, spellcraft check. But here would it be Arcana?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm fine with doing investigation or perception because those are higher
Guys.
than my Arcana.
Let me go ahead here real quick. Investigation check, because you know it's necrotic energy. In necrotic energy, you wouldn't want to immediately cast a spell on it. You would just kind of want to investigate what it is, because you might trigger something that saps your own life force. And because of his
That's fine.
would have some forewarning of this, he would be inclined to take it cautious with it, just because he knows it's from the undead.
Yeah.
And actually, that investigation check,
I'm gonna investigate as well.
You guys
Oh,
didn't
and
need
just,
to, but okay, apparently Fozzie knows exactly what that does.
Just a heads up, my rolls are with a whatever that shows up on the screen with my rolls is really a -1.
Okay.
Subtract 1 from that for the human form. For the kitsune, it decreases my skill rolls. Oh, it says decreases rolls by 1.
So it's an 8 instead of a 9 there.
So it's
no, his
yeah, it's a plus
his-
8 instead of plus 9. So that'd make it a 10 instead of an 11.
Yeah.
Alright.
Well, since
So-
I'm
The expert.
yeah. Well, I would assume that you would relay the information that this was necrotic, right?
Yeah,
then you'd
yeah,
be-
I would have relayed that information, and as I was relaying that information, I would try to be like, okay, it's necrotic. What could it be? Could be like an unholy weapon or something like that. And
Yeah.
then you would be like, oh, I know exactly what this is.
So, doing that, Larkeen, you recognize some engravings on it. You can't quite tell where they're from, but you almost get this. You have a feeling that they're of a religious order.
Yeah.
Seems very odd coming from an orc's weapon. Fozzie, or
Or Sal.
while he's
Yeah.
examining it, or Sal, sorry, Sal, what?
Yeah.
You walk over while he's examining it. You can kind of hear him muttering to himself. Look over it, and one of the ruins catch your eye, and you ask for the great axe, and he hands it over, and to it you lift it up and you take a closer look, and sure enough, it is, and you realize that's the marking of Nerul, the god of death.
Oh. This is
Tell on it, it grants the holder an additional 2d8 life.
like a life steal.
No. It's more like a life. If they would normally hit 0, they would get an additional, like, they have an additional essential, like 20 hit points.
Okay.
Yeah, it's similar to temp HP.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Hit points.
Okay.
As-
I relay this. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, you're relaying that information, correct?
Yeah, I'll say this is
Okay.
was it neurosis or
Nerul.
Nerul.
Nerul? Yeah.
I don't want
They got it. Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with this weapon. We need to keep it or destroy it. But I don't want anything to do with this weapon. I don't want anything to do with an orcish god of death.
Oh, would we know that that is an orcish god of death?
Oh wait,
Or
yeah,
just-
I should probably make a history check for that.
There's a religion check too.
Or a religion
Yeah,
check,
yeah.
I mean.
Check. You guys, know the name, and it almost surprises you that you know the name, but it comes to you like,
Yeah.
it's it's Nerul, he's the god of death, but the cultures that worship him, you're not quite sure on.
Right. Yeah, I don't really know that much with that 12.
Yeah,
Be
you.
at 18.
I don't know shit.
This one is Karote. So hearing the name, he perks up. It sounds familiar. It's a name he's heard in his teachings. And thinking back, eyes closed, tongue out of his mouth. He's thinking, and it clicks. He realizes Nerul is one of the elder gods. He's an elder god of death, and he's a mortal god essentially. He's not really. The Fae recognize him, and the Sylvan recognize him as a god of the god of death, and as a recognized force in the universe. But for the most part, they don't really have to deal with him because their passing goes through a different plane in reality than that of mortals.
Right.
It's definitely different, but he definitely recognizes that name.
So,
And I pass on any information that I know.
yeah.
I would immediately say to them, this is a very bad sign. If these crappy orcs have a weapon inscribed with a rune of the elder god of death, who knows what we're doing just traveling in circles.
Yeah. And I'll say I'll hold on to this for now.
If only we had a bag of holding, but I want to destroy that thing. I don't know if it's possible, but I want to destroy it.
I'll hold on to it for now.
As long as you promise not to use it.
All right. I won't. Well, I'm not much of a close encounters person, anyways.
Alright. Good.
Is there a way to disenchant it?
That would be an Arcana check.
Alright, I'm gonna do that.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay.
Actually, I have.
Nope. I don't know shit.
So Wormlock it tries to think, can we disenchant it?
Oh wait, yeah, I can use protection.
Of once hearing something about enchanting and disenchanting, and then he started thinking about girls and how enchanting. And you all notice him, and his eyes just kind of glaze over. He's just staring into space, lost in his own mind. He's got nothing.
So what level is protection from evil and good again? Because
Well, I don't think it'll be much helpful in this case.
I mean, it could, but like,
Not for this axe.
Well,
Like I
the
said,
only
I'll just
thing- one of the probably the only if you wanted to look at the doing something with the axe, it would either be more along the lines of a dispel magic or remove curse, depending on if it's a spell or a curse.
yeah.
right.
And
Right.
But with remove curse, literally only works on curses, and dispel magic is based on whatever the actual level of the spell that's cast on it is.
Yeah.
I
I just
don't.
wanted to see what that did.
I could.
So, yeah.
I could dispel its magic, but I don't have any, or unless it's a curse, because I can't remove a curse, but I don't have a spell, a casting of dispel magic.
How big is this axe
Prepared.
It's a great axe.
again?
By a war chief.
Okay.
I
mean,
do, but I just can't guarantee that I can roll high enough to dispel it.
It's probably
Does anyone have enlarge reduce?
the axe is probably a good 3 foot long with a blade that's probably a good 8 to 10 inches big. Bottom of the blade when you go through the if you went straight line.
I would say just keep a hold of it, and hopefully we run across a means to dispose of it.
And while you guys are talking about this spelling
fire
magic,
Mount Doom.
I'm also going to let you guys know that you don't sense any kind of evil from the Great Axe. You don't really feel like the Great Axe is any particular type of alignment, if that makes sense. It almost feels like it's just an amount of power.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I ask people, do they have any ways to shrink or enlarge this weapon?
Nope.
Is it too heavy for you, Sal?
No, I just had an idea, but it won't work at the moment.
All right.
Because I do not have that spell on me.
I can't cast that spell, so.
Yeah.
All right. I guess
Oh.
Sal's holding on to it.
Yep.
Just hold on hold on to it. Hopefully we can find a way to dispose of it.
Right. Do we need another perception investigation or whatever to see about this clearing? Or do we want to go a little? Do we look around this clearing some more? Or do we want to proceed again? See if the same thing happens if we go.
I can
through the path
do
again.
another casting of detect magic and just see if it's similar to what we had before.
Actually, if I do it as a ritual, it won't take up a spell slot.
I
burn it out,
don't. I get them for free for as Mother Sarenrae would. You know, her blessings allow me to cast certain spells without without using up my magic resources.
Hold on. Guys, hold on a second. Just in the interest of time, I'm going to say, you guys, as you're kind of concentrating back on where you are, as you've gotten over the battle rage, you all start to look around, and really you're in a very similar circle to the one you woke up in. You know, it's hard to tell if it was the same because of the damage now, but you know, knowing the energy you felt earlier and the magic you felt earlier, you can more easily tap into it and see if you feel that same. It's kind of like getting cold. You know, once you get cold, you kind of know what it's like when you feel a cold breeze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Almost feel
definitely.
the same kind of breeze where you're standing. It's almost like you're feeling a very similar kind of magic, almost like you're in the same place, plane than you were. Go on.
No, I was gonna say, can we look and see if those marks are still in the places we left them, or no?
You're welcome to look at the trees. At this point, the rocks though have been burned to been melted. There's no chance that your note under the rock survived. But you're welcome to check the tree and see if you
Because there was,
do that.
yeah, because there was one like down here somewhere, right? The ones up here, I'm gonna assume, were destroyed because of the fire.
Yeah,
I would
probably.
assume so. There was one right here.
Was it okay? It was down that way. Okay. So I guess we can go and look, go down there to see if that one still survived. or if
I'm
it's still there.
going to cast Detect Magic again to see if there's anything different.
Okay.
Or
We need
if
to roll
everything's the same.
Do we need the roll
So-
perception?
Nope. No, I'm gonna say because of the fire, there's nothing really hiding from your guys' sight. And go down there and look. You do notice that the slash from Wormlock is still in that tree,
Interesting.
but it looks different, as if it's aged. Like it started to heal itself. It almost seems like that's several months older than it was when you first left it. It's no longer freshly weeping sap, and you can no longer see the fresh splinters in a fresh wound of the tree. It's now scar. It's healed up, and you can see that it started to grow back in on itself in the middle. And
I see.
I look at Sal confused, like, what's going on?
I say, I look at him and say, we still need more information. Let's do this again. Let's make some more slashes on each of the corners of these entrances, and then we do the circle again to see if anything else changes.
At this time, as they split, I'm assuming you guys are gonna split up to like make things easier.
Yeah.
As they
So I'll
split
take-
up,
yeah.
I'm gonna finish my casting of what detect magic. Yeah, I don't know why I completely like.
I have a.
go ahead.
No, I'm just seeing if I have anything that can make a notch in the wood.
I mean, you do have a giant great axe.
Yeah, but he suggested me not to use it. I think I have a small knife on me from my kit.
I mean,
Yeah,
I can
but-
just do it for you if you want.
Well, no, I was gonna say like you take a side and I take a side. This speed a little bit of time, but I guess we don't really have. Yeah, I'll use my knife. It'll make a mark here, and I guess there.
Okay. While you guys are doing that, and tries to detect the magic in the area just to confirm his feelings. And sure enough, he gets that deja vu feeling like he's in the same place, but not the same time. It doesn't feel like you guys have aged any, or that the area has changed any, but it almost feels like it's not the same place that you left.
Right.
This is
And
odd.
you still feel the illusion to the right and the conjuration to the conjuration to the left.
Yeah.
Real quick, Karote, you thinking anything over there in the corner? I don't know if his mic went out again, so I wanted to double check.
Seems like his mic went out again.
All right. We'll go ahead and figure that out in the meantime. So you guys do that. What do you guys want to? So Larkeen, you detect that like I said, the magic is pretty much the only thing you do notice now is there's almost a slight almost a slight divination, quite as much as it is a temporal displacement. Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm gonna look very puzzled into what was a burning fire fire pit. And as the others get close to me, I'm going to say, something is very wrong here. I get the feeling that we've gone forward in time, and no matter what way we go, this is a cycle that will not ever end.
Well, from what we know, we just looked over at the mark. We actually found the mark we left last time. It seemed to be aged a couple months. Now, when we went through the right, yeah. When I went through the right, we appeared, and they said only a couple of seconds had passed since we left, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
But now we've gone through the other way, and it seems like a month or two has passed because based on these like how the tree is healed.
Yeah, and that would back up the feeling that I get. I'm very concerned.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Of course, none of us do. I don't
Right.
even know how I got here. I just know that I want to go home. Wherever that may be, I want to go home. I feel like I have something important back there that I need to take care of.
Right.
And I'm very concerned. And that's all I'm gonna say, but I think we should keep moving, because the only way that we've progressed is going to the
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, we saw new enemies by going that way. We saw something new as opposed to last time, and nothing really seemed to change.
So, I will lead us to the left again.
I'll follow you.
Yeah. What about you, Kiro? Do you agree? Or are you there?
I don't know.
Just try to message him. I'm just gonna NPC him for right this second until we hear back. I don't know if he's had to step away for an emergency or something and didn't get a chance to tell us or what.
Yeah.
Right. If he keeps having microphone problems, he can always just type in the Roll20 chat of what he wants
Yeah.
to do.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna suggest, but I'm not hearing back from him yet.
Interesting.
He might have had to step away for some reason, but that's alright.
And that's what I was saying. So yeah, we're gonna roll forward. He's gonna go ahead and follow along with you guys for right now. He seems just as perplexed. Doesn't really seem to going on, but he feels like you guys are on the right path. So he's just gonna go ahead and follow along. So you guys are gonna go left again.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just want to say, for no reason, perplexed is one of my favorite words. Okay.
Oh,
I don't know why. I just like, I don't know. I guess it's because I'm like a music major and I write books in my free time. Or stories in my free time. But I just like certain words. And
That's one of them.
yep, I'm not going to elaborate on that. Let's continue with El Storio.
okay. So you guys gonna go left. So all right, as you guys cross through the trees, you feel a disturbance again. You're walking through like a thin mist of water. And as you do, dangers. No, I'm joking.
I went to the danger zone.
And I know I'm probably gonna have to fix Larkeen's token real quick. So give me 1 second. Oh, you guys can't even see him yet.
Yeah, I can't even see anything.
Oh, the bloody black screen of death.
He's black. Yeah, I can't move my character again. Ha!
I'm good.
Every time I drop it, I have to fix it. I don't know why.
I say, hey, one thing I do suggest is, one of these times we should leave this area like this and then go back through, see if that changes anything.
I mean, do you want to try that right
You see,
now?
I don't. I'm worried about that.
Yeah.
Because what happens if one of us goes backwards and the rest don't? And then when you step when you step back through to be like, hey, I found something, or I didn't find anything, or I was back in the last area.
But time didn't
And
pass and you can't keep up.
what if you're not here?
Hmm.
So if one of us does it, we all have to do it. And personally, I think we should just keep going forward. Whatever is keeping us here, I think wants us to keep going left.
Do we have any rope?
Nope.
Alright, never mind then.
Yep.
I have holy water.
Well,
That's
I was
about
gonna
it.
tie rope to someone and have them go back.
Yeah, I don't have rope.
If no one has rope.
Anyways,
I say let's
I
keep
think we
moving
could keep
forward.
going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Forward. Onwards. Mm-hmm.
Oh, giraffe is leaving.
Giraffe backed out, alright.
He probably was just having connection issues. Yep.
Alright,
Yep.
sorry. I plugged in headphones so I would try to stop getting reverb, and instead it just
Oh.
destroyed everything. So, we're just gonna have to live with it.
Yep.
Alright.
You're
Take
fine.
press forward, we're not gonna go back.
Yeah, we're
Yep.
pressing forward.
Well,
Alright.
no one's got rope, so we can't really go back.
I mean, we can, but it's a risk that Larkin is not willing to
I'm
take.
not willing to take that risk, so...
Yes.
No, it was just an idea, just because it's never bad to have an idea.
Yeah,
at
no,
this
you're
point.
fine. It's not like Larkin's not mad. It's just a risk that he is not willing
Yeah, I
to
know.
take. Like, he may barely know you, but he still does have a strong sense of protection in general.
Hmm.
Whether you guys need protection or not.
Fireball.
At this point, you guys are hearing voices again. And they sound distant, but you're hearing them again. And this time, you guys are on guard. You heard them before and didn't think anything of it. You were swayed by the magic of the forest around you.
Okay, so before Larkin goes down, he's gonna make a, I guess, what perception? I guess whatever you decree, a roll to like try and discern, what they are.
Is that Cliff?
And
Is
if
that
if they're orcs or goblins, then I get advantage. But
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean that you don't have to tell me if I get advantage because it rolls 2 dice anyways. So whatever you decree.
Okay.
Is
Trying to determine what species is speaking.
Yeah, or if it sounds like, if the voice is like really deep or like really high pitched or really breathy, or
Okay, so are you-
or if it's speaking a completely different language.
Okay, so are you going to tell everyone else you're going to try to listen in, or are you just going
No,
to try
no,
and go?
no. I'm just gonna like hold my arms out and try to listen in.
Okay. He's doing that. I'm going to say anybody can do whatever they want then. If anyone has anything else they want to do, go ahead and let me know. Because while he's doing that, you guys are not going to know he's doing that. So,
I'm gonna look around.
I'm gonna roll perception, I guess. See if I can
Or-
listen to anything.
I'm gonna investigate. See, make sure that yeah.
Or
Yeah, do it in a minute.
investigation. I'm gonna do both, and then you can decide what you would rather take.
Well, no,
Wow.
yeah. I'm gonna go with my investigation.
This man rolled 2 19s in a row. Oh, okay.
Holy cow.
Oh shit!
Okay, so Sal, Larkin, Wormlock, roll me a stealth check.
Who, me?
All 3 of you.
Oh, rip.
Fantastic.
Rip.
If you guys are going to an investigation check would have you guys creeping closer. So. Oh,
Honestly, yeah.
Okay, well,
13.
I'm gonna need a natural 20. Disadvantage!
oh God, guys. Okay. So, all right. First, I'll go into perception checks real quick. And you try to listen in and hear what the voices are. Sound and rustling. It's a little hard to determine the actual vocal range of the person the individual speaking, but you do determine that they are orcs.
Fantastic.
The air, their guttural kind of between sentences as they kind of like breathe. Well, it sounds like they're sucking air into their throats.
Okay, yeah, and then also, that's double proficiency bonus, to them. So
Honestly,
yeah.
I wanted to look around. So one of the things I did want to do is look around and see if that cliff was still there.
Okay.
Curious.
Carl isn't going to look around towards there. He's going to look around towards the edge and see. You notice here that the trees are here. You don't have that opening edge. You have the trees actually in line. Reveal that real quick for you. Yeah, you guys realize that you guys are surrounded by trees all the way around this time. So you notice it is slightly different.
Do you guys remember if there was a cliff last time we went around this way or no?
We didn't
Okay.
check last time.
No.
I know the first time there was a small cliff that we could look through.
I can't believe this man rolled a natural 20, a natural 1, and a natural 20.
Hey. So real quick, Karote's going to hear you ask that and pipe up and go. Actually, I think I noticed as right before we entered the clearing that the left of us was cleared off. 100% sure, but pretty confident that it was a cliff edge there.
Yeah, there definitely was. There definitely was a cliff there.
Investigate. The trees are really thick, though. They're same kind of thickness as all the other trees, so you can't really see past them. So you can't determine how much land is next to you, but you can determine there is not a cliff edge.
All right. Anyways,
That's different. And then, Larkeen, what are you going to try to investigate?
I mean, I was. The only reason I rolled investigation was to see if I could, like, if my perception wasn't high enough to determine that they were orcs. But now that I know they're orcs, I'm gonna say, all right, well, I'm gonna like whisper, all right, well, there's more orcs, and I can't be having orcs roam around the world, especially since the last one had a necrotic weapon.
You do you, man.
All right, you guys got my back.
I got your back.
All right, and I'm
Real
gonna
quick,
run out. Yeah, go ahead.
Wormlock rolled an investigation check and a perception check. Did you want to use either of those? Fact anything? Did you want to, or were you just doing that? I know you said you wanted to investigate as well.
I wanted to investigate the cliff area, but it seems like because of the time that's moving, the trees are getting thicker and thicker.
Okay. Your conclusion from that. And then I'm going to say that with your perception check, you also, you perceive that the trees are different than the ones you've seen before. You're not sure what makes you feel this way, but definitely something feels like they're not the same trees you saw earlier when you guys came around that circle twice.
All right.
You get closer to investigate, you feel a more natural air around these trees. It almost feels like you're where I don't know, it almost feels like you're going where you belong.
Interesting.
It almost feels like as you get closer to the trees, you feel a happiness that emanate from them almost. Like they're joy that you're getting where you're supposed to be going.
Actually, can I take a branch down and try and... Well, I don't want to... I want to see if I can actually damage these, because for the past couple of times, we haven't been able to do that. Just... The trees have been fine even after taking a firebolt.
At this same time that you're trying to do that, I'm already rushing out into the clearing.
Hold on, I'm going to say that because Primes was before you rushed out, let them kind of continue on this as a little sidewall real quick, just for a second, and then I'll let you rush out. So we're just going to say this happened right before you said, "Are you guys with me?" Just because I didn't get to Wormlock's roll real quick before we got to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to say? Anything, Wormlock? So you're realizing this?
Yeah, so I'm gonna tell the guys that the trees are changing every single time. And I'm gonna keep the investigation to myself for now.
Yeah. So if the trees are changing, I'm gonna try and use I want to see if we can actually damage one of these trees, and I'm gonna use acid splash on one of the trees just to see if anything happens.
Are you saying that out loud, or are you just doing it?
I'm gonna say, "Hey, watch out!" Basically, I can just go up and touch this, right, or go get really close to it, so where it just hits the tree and drip down, right?
So before you do that, Larkin would speak up and be like, "Listen, I don't know if they know that we're here yet, but that can wait. Let's, or just try to rip off a tiny twig or something,
Yeah, that's essentially what I was gonna do. How much noise can holding your hand next to a tree and try to melt it?
It's a spell, so spells require most spells, except for psionic spells, which I don't know if that's a thing in D&D. It probably isn't, but at least in Pathfinder, and I'm pretty sure in D&D, all spells have a verbal component to them. So when you cast them, you're saying an incantation.
All right, then I'll hold off on it then.
Okay. I was gonna say, if you wanted to do it, you could. Now remember, they still sound distant, Larkin. They don't sound like they're right on the other side of the clearing.
Yeah, he's just trying to be careful. Is all.
I'm just making sure that. Anyways, so okay. So what do you guys want to do next? To investigate the tree, or we're gonna decide to go ahead and move in for the attack?
It's up to you. It seems like Larkin wants to go ahead and attack. Well,
Worm,
what do you want to do?
I wouldn't mind testing the tree out. I could easily just punch the tree.
I just don't want to them to ambush us in this tiny area if they hear something because then if they're in this tiny area, then us casters can't really cast damaging spells that well.
Well, yeah. One thing I will say to Wormlock though is we've been able to damage these trees via knife and stuff. And they've seemed in the clearing, they seem to
change.
Well, yeah, they aged, but when we cast a spell on them, like that giant fireball, they seem relatively undamaged.
Interesting.
I'm fine if you guys want to.
So the punching. Yeah, sorry. So let me finish here. So the punching wouldn't really do much, would it? Because if it would physically harm these things, it really wouldn't tell.
I can see why you would want to use acid.
You guys.
Yeah.
While you guys are arguing this, what to do? Karote's just gonna walk up to that tree and use shocking grasp on it. And just very lightly, he's going to a small incantation in Sylvan, and just brush his hand against it to see if. And as he does this, he does it right between you guys. He just walks between you as you're talking up to the tree, and as he does, you see a spark of lightning spark out of his palm, and about to hit the tree. You see it just swerve to the side and go between the gaps between the trees and just disappear.
Oh, well, that answers that.
Eyes at you guys, just eyebrows raised, just there's that.
All right,
then.
Okay, and then Larkin's gonna be like, "All right, let's go," and he's gonna once again pull out his axe and rush through the clearing.
That boy needs some self-control.
Yeah.
Listen,
And,
I really hate orcs.
You've already run, Larkin. They don't get to hear that. You didn't hear that either.
Yeah.
They're just muttering to themselves as they're ready to run behind you.
Yeah.
I'm right behind Larkeen.
He has self-control, just not when it comes to orcs or goblins.
Yeah.
Or Duergar. He hates Duergar too. I mean, he doesn't get any bonus from fighting Duergar, but he hates Duergar too.
All
Well, I
right.
tell him I'm gonna save my. I'm gonna whisper to Warlock before we go in there. I'm gonna be like, I'm not gonna cast that grease again. I'm
Good.
gonna save that for later.
Good. Is
Yeah.
what Warlock says.
Alright, so... You want me to rush in and...
Yeah, go.
What does
Yeah.
Larkin do? You
All
tell
right.
us.
Real quick, he's gonna make an investigation check just to make sure, or whatever you want me to roll, to like see if there's any traps, just to like try and steer clear, cause he doesn't know if like this is like a, like just in case these orcs are like
Smart.
are smart, or if they're the same orcs as before. Just because he couldn't tell from the other side of the clearing, he could only just discern that they were orcs. He as soon as he goes into the clearing, he's gonna real quickly, as he's like slowly walking, like jogging forward essentially. He's gonna like real quickly take a quick glance and make sure that there isn't anything on the ground that would be like a trap, and then if there's nothing, if there's something, he's going to run around it, or if there is nothing, he's just going to continue running full speed in.
Okay. Looking around, he doesn't notice anything. So he's just going to go ahead and continue right in. He doesn't notice any tripwires, any holes in the ground, any trapped
so
logs on strings.
so I don't get to roll anything. It's just that.
I'm going to use your passive perception.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Yep, a 15
Just
is a 15 is probably good enough to know from orcs specifically. It's not a trap because they don't tend to be very smart.
You've got the orc advantage on top of that. So and then on top of that, you're also kind of jogging in. So you're not really gonna have the time to make an actual like check to see if there's traps or anything. You're just kind of gonna, you're going at it. You're gonna look and do that casual like fighter glance.
Okay.
Kind of just running in, checking your corners, and then you're going.
Okay, that's fine. I'm like breach and clear style.
Exactly the way you described it sounded very much like you're like breach, check the corners, go.
Yeah, that's what I was.
That's
What I
your
should have just
perception.
said breach and clear. Like that's what I was thinking. Anyways, I'm gonna run up to this man and smack him with my eeks.
Okay.
Hmm.
Like I said, I'm using the axe because I have higher AC. The Warhammer is the real damage dealer.
Alright, is it my turn?
He's doing.
It's that you guys are just breaching in, so they're just seeing you guys. So as
Oh.
you guys are running in, the orcs are kind of like, "What?" And you see them, and they're like, "Boss, what do we do?"
This man is getting good.
And one of them shouts out and goes, "Boys, ready your axes. We're gonna eat meat tonight."
I scream, "We'll see about that, you fucking scum!" And he gets crit. He definitely. That's a natural 20.
Yeah, no, you did, and that's
That's a lot of damage on this man. Hello.
64?
That's me.
Hello.
hey,
Zane, welcome back, buddy.
I tried saying a little bit a moment ago that my browser went funky for a moment, but it appears nobody heard me.
Yeah, no, we
Yeah.
haven't been able to hear you for like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, we tried messaging you and stuff like that, and we haven't got anything back. So we just figured you had to step away for a minute, or we're having issues. But unfortunately, without a way to reach you, it was hard to confirm.
But good news, you're back. So that's what matters.
Yes.
So, actually, I'm going to give it a minute. Since Zane just come back, I'm going to say let's take a minute to catch him back up before we roll initiative. Warlock, if you want to run over real quick,
Alright,
you're
I'll
good.
be right back.
Are you back? Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So, you guys fought. You won the clearing. You left the clearing, and you kind of felt that temporal shift again. You guys continued along the path to this outer edge here, where you see yourself now, and actually you're kind of down here.
Okay.
While there, you guys were doing some investigations and stuff like that, and determined that you're no longer near a cliff edge here, like you were previously, and that Wormluck discovered the trees look larger, almost like they're aging or growing as you guys are progressing.
Okay.
You went up to one of the trees. They were debating whether or not to hit a tree with a spell, and Larkin was worried about alerting the orcs that were on, or whatever was on the other in this clearing. Sal thought it was a good idea for science, essentially. Oh yeah. What I did was went ahead and said your character walked up and just went shocking grasp as the cantrip, and just kind of, your lightning bolt didn't even hit it. It just zipped around it from your hand.
Yeah.
All that. And now you guys are...
essentially I wanted to see if the trees are out here, since Worm said they seem different, would it react the same way as the ones that were in the clearing? Since she fire-bolted them, and they were relatively undamaged.
And so now you guys are getting a surprise attack on a new batch of orcs.
Yeah. Now, would our passive perception, or if we had to roll for it, tell us if they are the same orcs or not?
I'm going to say, because pretty much as soon as you walked in, you covered them in grease and threw them on the ground. It's going to be hard to determine.
True. Okay.
If something comes up that your passive perception would have alerted you to them being, you guys know.
All right.
Alright.
All right. Back and step away.
Alright.
Step back. I think, Zane, I don't know if you can hear us or not. Or
I
if we...
can hear you.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
No, I was just listening.
So, real quick, before we get in here, I know I damaged that guy.
Mm-hmm.
I really have to pee, so I think
Go.
we should
ahead.
take a bathroom break.
Yeah, that's kind of what this was. While I cut off Zane, I'm sorry, I didn't know if I was clear on that. Yeah, go ahead. If anybody needs to do it, take care of anything, get a water, take a smoke break, do whatever you gotta do. And then we'll come back in a few minutes.
So take a 5-minute break then?
Take a 5, yeah.
Yeah, we'll come back in about 5 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, where's it at?
Alright, I'm back.
Back.
I can't believe I nat 20'd that guy. Oh, it feels so good. 2 nat 20s in a row.
I mean, I got those 2 nat 20%.
Yeah, I can't believe you got a nat 20, a nat 1, and another nat 20. And then after that, I roll my second nat 20 in a row.
Well, at least yeah. It's a shame they were on those. You could have used them during combat.
Yeah. Yeah, we need to save those nat 20. We need to roll the nat 1s out of combat and the nat 20s in combat.
The natural 20s.
Yeah.
All right. So here we are.
Mhm.
Our Larkin is taking a surprise action.
Yep.
So at that point,
So we all have our surprise actions left.
except for Larkin, who has done a crap ton of damage with his.
Yup.
What is
Larkin
that?
leaned over that hand axe and said, "Hey, dude, guess what?" And the guy was like, "Huh?" And he's like, surprised.
It's okay, so so if I was using my Warhammer, it's a D8. It's a D8 instead of a D6. And then I have 2d6 of fire damage as well. So it'd be doing, on average, crits would be dealing about 30 more damage.
Alright.
Alright. So who wants to do what?
I guess I can battle the clearing and take a shot at the one right in front of me.
Okay.
If I can get my character sheet up, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
I think that hits.
That definitely hits Rash.
So that's Rash. Alright.
Rash.
Rash, Resh, and Rush, or whatever.
Nope. Sorry, the third one's Gary.
Gary.
Oh, where's the third one?
Down at the bottom.
At the bottom, yeah. Zoom out a little bit.
I don't know how to zoom out of the map, so... Oh,
It's
Right.
figured it out. Oh god, that's way too... Perfect.
Got Windows. Shut up. Quit blinging at me.
Okay.
Sorry.
yep.
Fine.
For my move, I am going to move here. I am going to cast, since this only lasts up to a minute, I'll, as a bonus action, cast that on me again. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast. Oh, you didn't.
You didn't roll his damage, no, but it's okay. I had him do it while you were talking.
Oh, okay. I will Eldritch Blast. I have 2 beams since it's at 5th level. At 5th level, I get a second beam. I assume with 20 hits, I will hit this guy back here.
Okay.
And with Agonizing Blast, with my Agonizing Blast feature, I can add my Charisma modifier to the damage it deals on hit.
Okay, perfect. So,
Yeah.
you do hit.
So, and I guess, do I roll damage twice or just do the same damage to? I forget how that works.
I do same damage across both.
Okay, so that's 6 plus whatever my Charisma modifier is, which is 3.
9.
Yeah.
Okay, and 20
So-
hit. Ash, definitely. Wait, who are you targeting first?
I'm targeting this guy here.
Okay. And then with your second, are you going to hit him with both?
Beam, yeah.
Boom.
Yeah, so that's what, 18 damage?
Yeah, you did a stark 18 damage there. So, Karote, do you want to do anything?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Eh.
Oh, if you're cutting in and out, or just quiet.
No, I'm just quiet.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, another firebolt.
No,
Okay.
firebolt.
Yeah, that's the cantrip one.
Are you gonna attack Resh? You said.
Yeah, did I set this thing up wrong?
No, you just hit the little firebolt thing and it'll deal you damage.
Okay, I want to make sure. Well, it's 2d10 because I'm level 5. But I
Yeah.
only rolled 1.
Did you
Oh,
cast
then-
it as a level 5 spell?
Huh?
No, at 5th level, it naturally should do.
Yeah. When you reach 5th level, I see that. You're right. It
Yeah,
should
it
have
just
done.
didn't give me a spot. I must have it set up incorrectly on my sheet. So if I just click this thing again.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that happened.
Okay. So yeah, he's gonna. Okay, yeah, he's just gonna take 2.
Which guy are you attacking?
Larkin.
Okay.
Right, Zane? Oh, him?
Are you attacking him?
Well, which one did I originally target?
I thought it was Resh. I saw you put a circle around, but I'll go ahead and say you can put it on either one you want right now. Just let me know which one it is so I can do the math right.
Oh man, you rolled 2 1.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hold on a second.
Oh,
Yeah, this guy's taking. Yeah. That guy's taking Larkin's damage, which I'm not sure how much that is.
Yeah, I think I originally put it on this guy because I was doing the measurement out to that guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, then I'll just add it here.
Yeah.
So, as you guys rush into this clearing, the 3 orcs look up from their what appears to be their dinners, shocked that you're thundering into their camp. They, before Resh can even send out the poor guy, and then scream about orcs and craziness and whacks him right in the side of the head with that hand axe, cleaving his ear clean off. I mean, he cut that and then got him right in the shoulder. He definitely did a good bit of damage on him. And that, as Larkin's coming in, swinging that axe and getting that hit, a arrow whizzed past his head and just pegs right into the left shoulder on Rash, who roars in pain from the bolt stuck in his shoulder socket. Raising up his sword, he just cracks it against it, that was breaking it off, grunting, and
Yeah.
and then as he's doing that, Sal raises up his hands, chanting and pulling in this eldritch power and casts a cone of energy at these two. At these two.
No, it's only one person.
Sorry, that one.
It's a beam.
Yeah, he sends his beam rushing into Rash. That hits him like a ton of bricks, sending him down to his knees. Front of his chest charred and cindered from the energy beam. And then, Karote comes running in behind, hurling a firebolt at and unfortunately he hit him. He flung it just as he was starting to fall from the eldritch blast, and while the flames hit him, they unfortunately kind of caught him in the top of the head. Ponytail up there on fire. Hilarious all to see, but unfortunately not doing as much damage as hoped. Now, I'm gonna say let's have everybody roll for initiative. You've got your old ones on there. Just modify them with your new roll, unless it will.
12.
Yeah. Just
Not very good with initiatives. Oh well.
I got the same thing.
Windows, stop. Leave me alone. Okay, well, I guess I'll just do the thing again.
Ouch.
So you you'll be able.
I didn't plug my token. Serious.
what's wrong?
Not any better, really.
No.
Okay, that's actually a 22.
Well, I guess I know who's going first.
Oh no! It doubled all of you.
Nothing's doubled on my screen.
Yeah. Everything is fine here.
Same.
Weird. Whatever. All right. Let me go ahead and roll for these guys.
I mean,
again.
I guess if it doubles for you, as long as it doesn't change the order of things, it's fine.
His name's in twice.
Oh.
There's Gary. There's Gary.
So whoever has the higher dex from that 17 goes first.
Oh, higher dex. Dex is 13.
Is it dex or dex mod? I can never remember. It's probably dex.
Gary's is +1, so Gary rolled an 18.
Oh, do I have to roll dexterity?
No, because since they're even, whoever has the higher dex or dex mod usually goes first.
Oh,
I can't remember which. Yeah.
It should be you, Wormlock.
Alright.
Yeah, it's when it's a tie, it's whoever has a higher initiative. Then after that, it goes to a roll off. Each person rolls a die, and whoever rolls higher.
You know what? Hold on a second, guys.
I've
That's
rolled-
only if
I
that's
have
only if the
not-
initiative is the same.
Well, yeah. No, but see, the orc has a 17, and Wormlock has a 17, I believe.
Yeah, my dex is 13.
Yes, who has a higher initiative?
It's
Bonus.
modifier, yeah, initiative modifier.
Whoever has a higher initiative modifier.
I got an initiative modifier of
So whoever has a higher initiative modifier goes first.
And then if those are equal, you roll. Because it sounded like he had a.
If those are equal, you
Then
roll
a
off.
flat, yeah, you roll a flat d20.
Just roll a flat d20, and whoever rolls higher.
Alright, hey guys. I just pulled up the actual rulebook on this. Come up before, so I had to double check it in the actual player handbook. So what it does is if the tie had been between you guys could decide the order. You could pick whoever went first. If the creatures, I could pick who went first.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Tie is between a monster and a character. I'll pick who goes first.
Okay.
You're
I
fine.
could also D20 to determine the order, but I'm just gonna say players go first.
Alright.
So
All right, that's fine. We're just waiting on you. Someone got deleted from the table.
Are we using the reasoning
got
for that
deleted
being
from the
homebrew
table.
rules?
okay, you see it now?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yes,
can hear
we
it.
can hear
Yeah,
you.
I'm not on the list.
Unless you scroll down. Are you there if you scroll down?
Mike didn't die again.
Hold on.
Yeah, no, I don't see Wormlock on the table.
The
Just
only one
to
that
tell you guys, I had him on there 2 times, deleted one of them, and unfortunately deleted the wrong one for him and the right
I
one
have
for
to
all.
reroll.
No. I'm adding you now.
I kind of want to fight Gary now.
Gary. No, leave Gary. No, I was just kidding. I was gonna say like, leave Gary alone. His name is Gary.
Which one's Gary?
Bottom
Yeah,
left.
because none of them are lighting up when I cover their names.
It's fine.
Oh.
It's fine. It's fine.
So this is scary. Fantastic. That's one I was gonna go.
Their nameplates are on. Do you guys not see the nameplates?
No.
No, what I'm saying is, go ahead.
Anyways, Larkin, obviously, being a very one-track pony, does the smart thing that even a dragon does, and he
Attached
finishes.
a dude named Gary.
He finishes his foes off one at a time. You work numbers down to work things in your favor. So, seeing as he did a crap ton of damage to this man in front of him, and he was also hit by what, fire or what else?
No, he
What
wasn't
was
that far.
It wasn't fire. It was something else.
Shatter.
No.
He was shot. He was hit by magic. Point is, he took damage. He's gonna finish this guy off in front of him. So he's gonna hunter's mark him, and he's gonna swing with his axe twice.
No, I hit Rash, and so did Wormwalk, right?
Yes.
I guess it.
Advantage an extra 1 point higher. So that's an 18 and a 27.
Yep, both of those hit.
And then, so I will just roll everything together for total damage. So it's going to be like I rolled a crit, but it's not an actual crit.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ooh, that one there.
Yeah, that one kind of hurt. I also rolled 2s on the first 2 die, but it's okay. Is he down?
If you want to refresh the turn order, I had to fix it because my original 4 didn't go through. I actually had a 4 out of 7. I mean, 4 out of 9.
Well, it's just 4 up there.
No, I just changed that now.
There you go.
I was still above them.
Oh, okay. It's fine. It's fine. Is Resh dead?
I was gonna say, how do you want to do this?
Oh boy, the Critical Role reference. Alright, he's gonna like turn around and be like, ow! You hurt. Everything is hurting, and I'm just gonna cleave his arm off and then cut him across the gut and kick him on the ground. And then I'm gonna walk over to Rash and put my shield up.
Okay.
And like protect myself with my shield.
Yeah.
And
okay.
just be ready to tank his hit, whatever he's gonna do.
Okay.
Okay.
There's a turn. Just okay.
So, right, so that's your turn. Gary, actually, not Wormlock.
I was supposed
Yeah.
to
I'll let
say.
you say. There you go.
Alright,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna move all the way over here, and then I'm going to attack Gary with my sword. My
Gary.
17 hit.
Okay. And 17 does. Sorry.
Okay.
17 does hit.
Fantastic. Alright, so here's my first. And then I'm gonna attack him again.
Okay.
15 probably doesn't hit.
15 does not hit.
Alright, I hit him one time and then it bounces off his armor.
Slashy.
You slashed once, but then he lifted up his gauntlet or something and it blocks it.
Yeah.
So what ended up happening was and Gary's laughing as you're rushing him. Nobody rushes Gary.
Nobody rushes Gary.
Gary is ready for this. So Gary thinks he's ready for this at least. He raises up his sword to try to block your first hit, or he raises up his shield to try to block your first hit, and completely misjudges where you're going to aim for. As you see him going for the raise, you just twist your wrist and just aim through the side and cut him in the gut. Jumping back last second, he manages to avoid getting eviscerated, but you still put a good slash across his stomach. When you reach back to go for your second hit, though, he's right on point this time. He's got that shield up, and he blocks that hit. Your sword rings down, and you hear ting as it rings right off of the shield and jerks to the side. Quite exposed.
Alright, Rimlock's just grinning and laughing.
Alright, so that's your turn, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Alright. Cool. Gary's going to, chuckling to himself, he's going to roar. This loud, roar, as he just lifts up his sword and goes for his great axe and goes for an attack. Actually, he's going to swing twice with that great axe.
Mm-hmm.
Thing let me.
Oh.
Alright, the first one hits the second one.
Gary also being Gary also gets a +6 to hit when he uses his or his great axe.
I guess
That's
roll
a-
damage for both.
Wait, so are those rolls are those including his modifiers or not?
Shit, sorry. I meant to click,
Yeah,
something else.
okay, so he gets a +5 plus an extra 6. You didn't add in that extra 6 on the sheet.
The extra 6 comes in from his from him being an orc war chief.
Oh, okay. I got you.
Roll 20 doesn't have a war chief in the monster list, so I couldn't get it to add that appropriately.
No, you're fine.
But yeah. Yeah, it's going to doing that as a reaction, Sal?
Alright.
No. I meant to click the little cog thing, but I hit the button itself.
Okay, so I've been rolling.
To read it. I meant to read it, not actually cast it.
Oh, okay.
That was my mistake. Sorry.
Just need to know how many hit points I'm taking.
Okay, so only the top one hits.
Only the top one?
Only the top one. It's a 25. I made a mistake. It only gets an extra +1.
Oh, fantastic, yeah.
He already gets a
So,
+5.
I
That was my mistake. So yeah, he's going to roll on that, and he's going to do 9 slashing damage.
Oh, that's not bad.
With that, Gary's going to use his war chief ability to do a battle cry to his other orcs. He's going to encourage them to essentially beat you to death and eat you all. So, so you sling down and your second attack misses off Gary's shield. So Gary pushes up, swinging his shield above you, trying to push you away from him to get that distance. And then with his great axe, he swings once and swings twice at you. The first attack catching you off guard as you're stumbling backwards, slicing you across your shoulders. The second attack, because you've fallen back far enough now, missing. In Gary's rage, he turns to the other orcs. Rush! Kill that dwarf, so we can finish the others and eat good tonight. The queen will be happy. And with that, Gary encourages Rash, who gets a now +1 to his attack rolls. After that.
Too bad he's not a bard with that Inspire dice.
And that
So
will
Gary's
go
the war
start of
chief?
Gary's next turn.
Gary the Bard War Chief.
Because of that, Gary
Whoa.
actually gets a bonus attack
Fantastic.
to go for a javelin thrust. Because in his other because he has great axe slap.
I thought he had a shield in his other hand.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. He has the javelin on his back.
that hits too.
Wait, I thought you said he was hitting with a javelin, not a great axe.
No. I misspoke. He has a javelin on his back, but he has his shield as well. Holding a javelin. It was my mistake. My mistake, guys.
Okay.
So he does that attack. So that's another 5 damage.
Well, I'm the first person to actually get hit.
Well, it was bound to happen eventually.
Well, I was the stupid one that ran up front and fought the war chief.
All right, so that's going to end Gary's turn, and that's going to go to Resh, who is currently dead. Just going to roll over to Sal.
Oh. Okay, good.
Yeah, no, Larkin killed the other guy who was supposed to go in front of you, so it's you.
Yeah. All right. I will actually do the. I will actually viciously mock Gary.
Yes, viciously mock.
Yes. I will sing I will sing, brave, brave Sir Gary, who bravely ran away, who cowardly ran away.
Oh, the references.
Yeah.
He's going to go ahead and make his wisdom save, which is probably going to end poorly.
Yep.
Nope.
So he takes 5 psychic damage.
And has what is it? Disadvantage.
On his next turn, right? That's how that works.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. It's has and have disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Nice.
So
Alright.
he has 3 attacks or whatever it is. So the first one will have disadvantage.
All right, I'll note that down so I remember that.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else?
I will. Let's see. I will move. Yeah, I think I'll move. Ooh, excuse me. Up here a bit. Yeah. I can. Yeah, let me see how far that is. I have 30 movement speed, so that should be fine.
Yeah, it's not going to be 30 feet.
Yeah. Yeah, 20 feet. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. I would say, but yeah, now he looks like he's distracted with the dwarf. So yeah, I have some turns left of my shillelagh, and I think I've done all I need to at the moment.
Okay.
Yep.
We go to Rash. Rash is going to turn to Larkin, who's already kind of facing, and he's going to go ahead and well, actually, because he has a javelin and a great axe, he's going to he's going to swing twice with a great axe. Yep, he's going to swing twice with the great axe because that he feels is going to be his best weapon for actually doing damage to you.
Hit me with your best shot. Nope, nope, nope. You cannot hit me with your best shot.
Those both get +1, but either way they don't work. Right?
There's no way they hit me.
No, I know. They do get +1, don't they? Or no?
No, he does not because he's not a war chief.
Oh, it's only the war chief? I thought it was he was inspiring his troops to get the +1s. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, they my mind is going crazy.
Yeah,
today.
it's fine. No, still 8 2 10s plus the 1. No.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
No.
He gets
Yeah, no,
they get an advantage. So what is the other roll they roll? What's your AC, Larkin?
No, he has disadvantage because of my feet because he's an orc.
Oh yeah, but then he gets advantage. So it just cancels out.
So
yeah,
it
it's just a
cancels
10
out. So it's 2 10s. I have an AC of 22. There's no way he's hitting me.
Well, then even with the advantage, he wasn't going to hit you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he swings twice and just goes right over your head. He's never fought really a dwarf before, so he was not estimating how short you actually were. He's swinging over your head and just completely misses, and he's frustrated and confused, and he's gonna go ahead and take his motion, and he's gonna step back closer to Gary.
Hey, guess what?
He's gonna try to.
Attack of opportunity.
Yeah, as he's turning his back to flee and run back there to Gary, you can go ahead and.
I also have been rolling my attacks with the wrong modifiers, because I forgot to add in my proficiency bonus. So yeah, 25. That probably hits. Okay, so, and then... okay, yeah, so then... Sorry, I'm just trying to...
Some should add your proficiency modifier to it.
Yeah, it didn't. It was weird. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It's
Then that
whatever.
would be including the proficiency because without the +3 being for the hand axe, that'd still be a +8.
Yeah.
Okay, so 18.
Yeah. I think that's right. My number might still have been wrong. I might have missed something, but it should be +13.
Okay. Alright. Taking a good chunk out of his back.
So he turns around and I just
Yeah, you get a good swing as he's running away. You put a good cut in the back of his back. In a bit, he muscles through it and keeps on over to support Gary. That will wrap up his turn. So, Kurote, it's your turn.
This is gonna be fun. I've been thinking about what I was gonna do, but since this guy moved here, it's gonna be even better.
Oh
yeah, you
boy.
Please no fireballs.
No.
Oh, don't worry, it's not fire. It's
I was
not
gonna think-
fire.
I was thinking maybe like fairy fire, maybe.
Oh, that'd be pretty good.
About to find out.
No, it's not even fire. How about we go ahead, drop one of these. Oh, wait. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna use some more staff charges. And I'm gonna drop this on him.
Holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put a lightning bolt diagonally through them.
That would do it. Is that a dex save? So, how did Gary do?
I have a
Nope.
plan.
I have an idea, but I don't know if I can.
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna make things really nice for you if someone doesn't move.
It's 100-foot line.
Both fail that dexterity save, so they take
28 lightning damage.
No, plus the 7, right?
Plus a 7, yeah, so 35. Yes,
You've
really-
been thunderstruck.
God.
No.
Really, this thing is starting down here and going off through the trees in this direction for 100
Most
feet.
likely, most likely stopping at the trees since they're all magical and stuff.
So as
And
you
it'd be going all the way to the trees.
as you lash out with that lightning bolt through Gary and you can see it arcing off Gary and into Rash and continuing past them as if it was piercing them and impaling them on the lightning bolt.
essentially,
those trees again, it essentially just kind of bolts around the trees, and you kind of see it disappear into the darkness, but it doesn't any damage to the trees.
just for the
both.
Mhm. Yeah, just for the record, in the description it says it's 5 feet wide, so they're essentially being engulfed in a beam of lightning.
Yeah, exactly. So, their eyes are rolling back in their heads. They're shaking. They're going nuts. It's insanity. They're gonna. They
I
both
just freaking Kamehameha them.
essentially stops. They both kind of smoke rises off their bodies. You can almost see as they breathe, almost a comic amount of just dust out of their mouth.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit. Anything else you want to do?
Run away!
Run away!
What can I use to dash as bonus action?
Oh, you moved, right?
Yeah,
You only went
I moved.
about
I
15
went
feet.
25.
25, so you can move another 5 feet.
Yeah.
You have anything that allows your character to
No.
essentially dash or bolt?
I
Yeah.
don't have anything, so I think that'd be it.
Um,
You can also disengage.
Oh, he's not actually fighting, is he?
I'm not in close combat.
That's
No, that
that's
takes,
right.
That takes an
That's-
action, doesn't
Plus that takes an action. It takes a full action to disengage.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah, plus I've got something if they end up going for me.
okay, so does that go ahead and
Yep.
wrap up your turn?
Yep.
Perfect. All right, Larkin, it's all you, bud.
All right, I've been planning this for a while.
Oh god.
I'm gonna use one of my Paladin Oath spells and cast Haste on myself to increase my AC by 2, double my move speed, and all the other wonderful stuff that Haste gives me. I am then going to use my bonus action and use another Oath spell to Misty Step behind our good old buddy old pal Gary.
Damn it.
And that'd be your full turn.
No,
Yeah.
Haste gives me an extra action. I haven't moved either. I'm not going to move, but I'm going to use my extra action from Haste to smack Gary with the flanking bonus.
That raises the question, DM. If you use haste, but it's on yourself, would that, even though haste being your actual action, would that be...
No.
Would you still get that action on the turn that you cast haste?
No, Haste gives you that extra action. Like, I've
Using
seen...
your full action to cast haste?
Do you? I don't have the. Can you post the spell?
It doesn't... I don't have it. I can post a link. You just have to give me a second to look it up. What Haste does, I have it
I've got
condensed
haste
down,
written- I don't
but
have it ready.
it's a standard action to cast. It's I think a minute per your caster level, and then it doubles your move speed. It gives you +2 AC. It gives you advantage on dex saves, and it gives you an extra action to attack, dash, disengage, hide, or use object only. And I'm using the attack feature on haste. It doesn't say next turn on the spell. It says when you cast haste, this is what happens. It basically...
Alright, it's also concentration.
Yes. No, haste is not concentration. Haste is just a thing that happens.
No. Haste is concentration.
It's a concentration spell, so if you get hit, you're gonna have to roll to see if you
Oh,
break your
okay.
concentration.
I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. It's fine.
Alright.
Anyways, I'm gonna use that extra action to attack him.
Oh, I can't do what I was gonna do.
Wait, no, actually, my problem with the question it re-raises. If you use your bonus action as a full action, wouldn't that count as the action you used from haste because you can't cast a spell as a bonus
No,
action?
Misty Step the spell is a bonus action to cast.
Actually, here, let me
Anyways, this is 2 higher.
Okay.
Guys, give me 1 second.
That's 2 higher, so 23. I'm pretty sure that hits.
Now the question is, does Misty Step require concentration?
It doesn't say.
No.
No, it's an instantaneous spell. So here's the thing.
Okay.
This is a pretty decisive conversation just because of what it does. The player handbook definition of haste: casting upon a creature of your choice, which I would argue would be yourself. Until the spell ends, the target speed is doubled. It gains a +2 to bonus AC, and it has advantage on Dex saving throws, and also has an additional action, which can be used as an attack, a dash, a disengage, a hide.
Or to use an object.
Yes. Can spell. But the casting time is an entire action. What I'll say is I'll allow it this time, because if the casting time is an action, it will take your action. If it gives you a bonus action, that's great. You're welcome to use that action. If it says the casting time is an action, I would say that it would take your entire action to cast that spell.
Alright, that's DM discretion. I haven't been in a campaign where that's happened before. That's the only reason I did that, so I apologize.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah,
It's
the only
differences.
reason I was asking was because it leads into a little bit more of a gray area if you use it on yourself. Typically, haste is used on another character. You can use it on yourself. It just makes it a little bit of a weird situation trying to figure that out.
Yeah.
Either way.
A double?
Either way, now we know for the future.
Yep, we're going to allow it this time because it was a learning curve for all of us, but I'm just going by the player handbook on this. Just because it's so decisive, I'm going to use that as my device, as the kind of the side breaker on these kind of things.
Alright,
Little
GM rules.
Yeah, I would say if the rule book's a little ambiguous, I'll try to go with that. But for the most part, it's pretty straightforward in the spell. But yeah, I'm gonna say go ahead this time, and then in the future we'll just it's an action.
That's fine.
Yourself
That's
action,
fine.
I would, yeah.
So
Yeah, you go ahead and
Gary.
you Misty Step over there. So that was your bonus action. And then you go ahead and attack.
yes, and then I'm gonna stay there even though I can move 50 feet now.
And you said your attack what?
The attack roll was 2 higher because of flanking bonus.
Yep.
Actually, if you're flanking, it's advantage.
On attack, which is 21. The
Oh,
actual
okay.
damage doesn't do anything, does it?
No,
Wouldn't
it doesn't increase damage. But
No, it doesn't increase the roll or damage. You just, if you're flanking on opposite sides, you roll at advantage.
I already had advantage, but it's fine.
Alright.
Now Wormlock has advantage, which was my main goal.
I have advantage now?
Gonna turn and face him.
It's Wormlock's turn.
Fantastic. I guess I'll attack
So
him.
the 16. Is that in your turn, Lark? You said?
I'm sorry, what?
You said that ended your turn.
Yeah, that's my turn. So now it's Wormlock's.
Okay.
Alright,
You got it, buddy.
Wormlock's gonna attack Gary.
Hey,
That
20.
hits.
20 hits. Yep.
11 slashing damage.
Okay.
And then he's gonna attack again. That's my sheet. 16?
16 just.
Did you say 16 just hits?
Barely.
Alright, fantastic. So, 21.
21.
I still have a move action.
Yes.
But he would get attack of opportunity if he moved, I think.
He has his back turned to Wormlock right now.
So,
Even with him attacking him now, he still hasn't had the chance to turn around. Look at him.
On top of that, he also does still have a bonus action.
oh, so I can attack again?
No, you did
I did my 2 attacks.
no, you
Even if
did.
you had... I'm sorry, go ahead.
You need to. You just have you have your movement left.
That's what I thought. Alright. I'm gonna stay where I am. Can't, use my fire, or my lightning breath.
Okay.
It's gonna be just a thing where we switch between each other.
We're just teeing off on Gary.
Gary,
Unless-
sensing his predicament, is going to use his bonus action, and that doesn't work.
And remember, on his first attack roll, he has disadvantage.
That he does. That he does. Looking at it, Gary's going to go ahead and... You know, he's just going to take his great axe and he's just going to swing in a circle. He doesn't know what else to do. He's essentially just going to make 2 attacks on you guys. He doesn't know if he's gonna make one on each of you because he doesn't know which one's gonna actually hit. If he's gonna hit either of you, he's gonna swing down at Larkeen and then immediately turn and start swinging back over at Wormlock.
Nope.
Well,
In a second.
That's a...
Nat 1.
Oh, sweet.
Okay, so does that hit Rash then?
You want me to go check the range on that? Because I'm pretty sure it probably does. It reaches 5 feet.
It's GM discretion. I typically don't play with it. Like
Because they're
it said, it's your decision.
size of the tokens. I mean, they probably wouldn't be sitting within 5 feet of each other normally, just because swinging great axes and and he's got a javelin. Rash has a javelin. He probably wouldn't want to be using that in close quarters. So he's going to be a little bit more than 5 feet away.
alright.
The range on that. So I'm going to say he narrowly avoids this one.
Yeah.
Narrowly, but he is like his eyes are wide and he is 2-stepping it backwards if you can. Like he's. Oh, it was very close. Hairs on his chin are gone.
Alright,
Yeah,
so
so...
neither of us got hit.
No, the 24 to hit, or the 22 to hit.
Yeah, because that would be the first one would be a 23.
I have +2 because of haste.
Yes. Yep. I'm just saying that would be a 23, and the second one would be a 7. That's all. Because of that, Gary just misses Larkin. He's just frustrated. He's upset. His attacks aren't working. His men are done. And he's not having a fun day.
Okay, so
Yeah.
I just thought of this, and I wanted to bring it up before we continue on. Sorry. But I think it would be really funny, because I'm envisioning this in my head, that he's just... You know how you get in a video game where you, like, can't clear a part and you get really mad and you start playing really horribly?
Yep.
This is what Gary's doing. He's so mad that he's being surrounded and just teed off on that he's just not even trying. He's just flailing around trying to hit something.
He's essentially just
Speaking of that, I had that moment about a couple hours ago when I was streaming Kingdom Hearts. That's how the end of my stream was going.
Yeah, essentially Gary
Sal's
is
turn?
Yep, it's my turn.
rage quitting. So yes, this Sal's turn.
Alright. And so they're not within 5 feet of each other?
No, they're closer to like 6 or 7.
Okay. Because
Just outside of it. Like he was like, oh.
Nope.
Yeah,
None
that's-
of that.
yeah, that's too bad, because I could have acid splashed them, since they would be within 5 feet of each other. they would have done extra damage. Like, the damage to both of them.
Would it have hit us too, or no?
No, it's, what is it? It's choose one creature within range or choose two creatures within range that are within 5 feet of each other. So yeah. I'd had to choose two, and if they were within the 5 feet. But they're not, so. I am going. Yeah. I'm not gonna. Yeah. I am going to move. There, I guess. Let it of you, Worm.
Alright.
Yeah. And I haven't used. What have I used? Would be mean. Alright, I am going to be casting the 2nd level spell at 3rd level.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I can choose, I can have an additional humanoid target, and they will be paralyzed for the duration.
Yep, up to a minute, as long as you're concentrating and as long as they fail.
Yeah.
You said you cast it at level 3?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're targeting the both of them, I assume?
Yep. So they have to make what is the DC 16? Yeah.
That's just a wisdom saving.
It's a wisdom saving, yep. That fails?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Oh, baby. Hold person.
Yeah.
I have that too.
And since it's the 3rd level, I can get both of them.
Nice.
They're both,
So they're both Yep.
So they're both paralyzed. They're arms locked to their sides. They're shaking and grunting. Trying to get at you guys as much as they can.
Yeah.
Just fury. He's foaming at the mouth. Rash is squealing almost because he's trying to. It's actually up against his hips, so it keeps cutting into his thighs. He's trying to.
Yeah, and so they have to. Rash can make a save here. If he makes a save here, he will no longer be paralyzed.
No, it has to be at the end of their. Oh yeah, no.
Yeah, he's going next.
Once they make a success.
Yeah.
So if either of them rolls a successful 16 at the end at any point, then.
Yeah. I'm just saying because he's going next, so yeah, he has a chance right now.
Yeah, he's
But
going to.
Yeah.
Are you done with your turn then?
Yeah, I'm done with my turn.
Rash is going to go ahead and make another wisdom saving throw.
He passes.
Alright.
Oh, alright then. I guess he's
But
not amused.
Yeah, but he can't do anything else this turn.
Nope, it used his entire turn. Alright, so that's Rash. Rash is.
Free.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me just double check something. Bonus action he can use. I don't know what it applies after they've rolled the saving throw on that.
Fine, it says at the end of their turns. I mean, yeah.
Just double checking that how that would break down, but then Kurota, you can go.
Yeah. I think if the wording says that it's at the end of their turns, that implies that they can't really do anything else during their turns, right? If they're paralyzed. Although I'm not really sure what paralysis means in that terms. What they can and can't do during it.
Paralysis means that they can't do anything during their turn. I'm pretty sure it gives you advantage to attacking them as well.
Yeah, it's just the thing that it says at the end of their turn, implying that there's something that can happen before that, and I'm just trying to see what.
I mean, paralysis until you break out of it it means that you physically cannot move.
You're backing out, so I'm scared.
He's backing up. Magic Man's backing up. Zane, what are you doing?
Oh god, no nap
Okay.
ones.
I am going to center this directly on Gary. And I'm going to boost it to a level 5.
Okay, well, we're taking damage.
Yep.
I'm going to cast, I'll put one level 5 off of there. And drop this on him.
Oh.
None of you have to roll, because I'm using my spell sculpt ability to evocate you guys out.
Oh, thank God.
Oh my god. Okay.
So all 4 of you are gonna be, all 3 of you are gonna be fine. So, it'll evocate out you, Orlock, and our guy back here. And it only hit Rash and Gary.
How does that work? Do they have to be within a certain, like, within the 20 feet? Or whatever it is?
Who? For what?
For that spell sculpt ability, how does that work?
The spell sculpt ability, since I chose the school of evocation for my ability, for my school at level 2, beginning at 2nd level, you can create pockets of relative safety within the effects of your evocation spells. When you cast an evocation spell that affects other creatures that you can see, you can choose a number of them equal to 1 plus the spell's level. Those chosen creatures automatically succeed on their saving throws against the spell and take no damage, even if they would normally take half damage on a successful save.
Ah, good. Okay.
So that I can evocate up to 4 people for a level 3 spell.
Alright.
So, yeah. So it'd be 33 unless they save.
Oh, Rash is taking out.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you killed Rash.
Yeah, so he...
And Gary, oh, poor Gary.
Poor Gary.
I just want to kill Gary.
I just
Well,
wanted
he's-
to murder Gary.
And he's still paralyzed.
Oh god.
He is still very much paralyzed.
You killed both of them?
Hopefully they're... Oh, Gary's still alive?
Gary is still alive, guys.
Yes!
Gary is paralyzed.
Okay, well, sorry to do this to you guys. I gotta jump out. I stayed a little bit later than I should have, but I gotta actually get ready for work.
No,
I gotta be
you're
able to
fine.
Work in like 25
You're fine.
minutes.
You're fine. We were probably gonna... I was gonna say we should probably end after this combat anyways.
Yeah. So,
How much health does Gary
wrap
have
up your
left?
turn then, and then it shouldn't get back to you before he dies, so I'm not gonna worry about that.
Alright, guys, well, take it easy. I'm gonna go ahead and jump out of here. Let me know how it goes, and I'll... Giraffe, I'll message you later. I've got another problem with OBS I wanted to tell you about. So I'll message you about that later.
Okay. Yep. Hit me up.
All right.
He's gonna go ahead and just chill in the back there for a minute. And he's just gonna kind of just confidently meditate in the corner there because he figures you guys have this.
As for the amount of health he has left, that's kind of meta, so we're not supposed to know.
You're not gonna know. He is still alive.
So, bonus
So it is
action.
Larkeen.
Bonus action. I'm gonna use another O spell and Hunter's Mark him.
Okay.
And swing in 3 times.
Fantastic. Yeah, they all hit.
25. Oh, actually, everything is 3 higher because of because of some of the what's it called?
Haste?
Yeah, because of haste and then an extra 1 from Hunter's Mark. And
Your
then
haste ends this turn, so Use it while you got it, right?
No. So 28, 22, 29. To
Okay,
hit.
so go ahead and roll your attacks.
Right. Okay. So okay, so I'm trying to think of the modifier here. 21. That becomes 29 with the extra magic and stuff, and the stuff that the thing on the sheet doesn't calculate.
Oh,
shit.
he's dead. How do you want to do it?
I'm just gonna chuckle because he was talking about eating me, and I'm gonna tell him, you won't be eating anything anymore, and I'm going to hack both of his arms off with my axe, and then slice his head clean off.
So as you say that, and you start hacking at him, he rears up and spits at your feet. And says, "You'll meet your end soon." And as he's saying that, your hand axe just goes right through his throat, leaving his head right off.
Alright. Wormlock,
With
before we go, how much damage did you take again?
he has taken.
Small amount. I'm at.
I don't see shit.
24.
You've taken 24. I'm gonna burn 12 castings of Lay on Hands to heal him up 12 HP.
Oh, you have to roll for that, right? You have to roll to see how much you get.
No,
What is it?
It's
I'm sorry,
What?
you cut out. What was it? I'm not getting anything.
Neither am I. Because I thought you had to roll. I thought you had to roll to see how much you healed.
I don't know what the spell is. I can't double check.
okay. Hang on.
said Lay on.
Sorry. My button got clicked. Hang on. It's Lay on Hands is a pool. It's equal to my Wisdom modifier times my level. Or it's like something. Hang on. Just give me a second. I'll look through it again real quick. Okay. Your Blessed Touch can heal wounds. You will have a pool of healing power that replenishes when you take a long rest. With that pool, you can restore a total number of hit points equal to your Paladin level times 5. So 10 times 50. So I have a maximum amount of 50 hit points using Lay on Hands that I can heal. I'm using 12 castings of Lay on Hands to heal him 12 HP.
Okay.
Alright, so 118.
And I didn't mean to hit that out for the investigation. It was a-
Where is my Lay on Hands? Here it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have 38 left.
I don't know.
38.
38. Anyways, continue what you were going to say. Giraffe, while we close this out.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, you've done great. You've killed. You've successfully gotten through levels. This took a little bit longer than I was expecting. But you guys are doing really good. I guess I did like this out a bit longer than I thought I would. That's all.
I'm sorry, but that tree was just so damn
Yeah,
fascinating.
right? That tree. We're curious bunch of characters, except for Larkin.
Before
I'm curious. It's just that he's a very serious individual.
Very serious. Well, he's a dwarf, so.
Yeah, sorry. We interrupted. Go ahead.
to look at or do before we call it for the night, or
I was just gonna save that for next time.
Yeah.
that nat one.
that one, bro.
No, I was hovering over it, and I actually hit it before. Yeah. Well, you can keep it or not. Honestly, I wanted to save it for next time. Anyways.
No, you're good. You're good. You didn't tell me what you wanted to investigate, so I'm not even gonna count it. I don't care.
Yeah, you
See-
literally didn't even say anything about investigating.
He just was
Yeah, I
like,
saw that.
investigate.
Um,
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't know. I'm having fun.
I am
okay.
having a lot of fun.
me too,
Um,
guys. I really do.
On top of that, we've talked a little bit about this outside of adventure. I'm a huge RP kind of person, so I typically try to spend more time RPing what's going on in the world and around my characters rather than spend time in combat. And I mean, I love combat just like everyone else, but it's like not my focus.
I really
get
want
that.
to use that gambling set.
And while I understand that, I do want to make clear that this is a one-shot, so it was designed primarily to be battles that lead you to a conclusion and then wrap up the story within that.
Yeah.
I will say, though, I'm surprised you guys haven't done any kind of interrogation or anything. You guys have no idea who you are or where you're from or anything, and you're finding these creatures who seem not to be worried about that, and you guys are just killing them.
Well,
Priorities first, right?
I mean,
Yeah.
Listen, Larkin knows who he is. He doesn't necessarily know what he's from, but he is extremely distrusting of orcs. And if he ran across anything that wasn't a goblin, a Duragar, or an orc, he would probably instantly ask them what's going on, unless they were like
No,
they seemed evil.
I get that. I'm just giving you guys a hard time. That's all. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing it. Just like, do I
Yeah.
really need to investigate the stuff that's on my armor to see if I recognize it? So,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, you
Yeah,
guys are
well-
doing great.
I am a little, not upset with you, but a little, kind of wishing I hadn't taken this path when I realized, because we haven't had a chance to get a long rest, and I don't think we will. So this won't be in effect at all,
Well,
which is unfortunate.
I'm gonna
Oh, well.
say, you guys are doing fantastic.
Yeah.
You're doing great. I'm loving what you guys are coming up with. What I was gonna say is feel free to feel free to role play. Kind of get in there and get in those character shoes and be like, instead of maybe being like, And I'm not trying to tell you guys how to play or anything at all. I'm just saying maybe it could make it run a little bit smoother if instead of being like, if you guys had an actual conversation between the characters, maybe.
right,
Yeah.
I got you.
I
Yeah.
spoke before attacking here, and you guys were actually talking. You were getting things done in an efficient manner when you seemed to interact. But the one thing I'm worried about and that I'm noticing is that there's a lot of telling you guys what's going on, and then it's just a lot of okay, let's do this. Just not a lot of communication. That's my only concern. Continuing to go forward is that we probably need to build up some communication between you guys so that.
Yeah.
It's like you were saying about the long rest. It's not something that we can't do. It's just something that needs to be talked about between you guys. If you all agree to do a long rest, you just say we want to do a long rest. And I go, okay.
Yeah.
8 hours has passed. You guys take a nap. 8 hours has passed. You all have recovered. Your spells are back. Anybody need to use any, hit die, and recover any hit points or anything. And if once we're done with that, we'll just go back into the story like the time lapse happened.
Yeah, like that's all you need to do. Like if you think your character is getting tired or if your character wants to rest, then just go ahead and talk up and be like, "Hey, guys, I'm kind of getting low on spells," or "Hey guys, I'm a little tired. This place is a little like taxing. Could we like lay down and take a nap or something?" Like
Yep. Well, I'll
yeah.
be back in a minute.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know. The only thing I was upset about is stupid sheet doesn't have my dragon breath, and then Larkin kind of got in my way because I was gonna move right here or something, right here, and do what Kiro did, but with my lightning. But I think it still ended out pretty well.
yeah, dude, I became a flank machine for you. I was like, I was like, hey man, hit this man, knock him out. And then he came over and hold person both of them, and I was like, oh god, these guys are dead.
That was perfect.
Yeah, no, you guys did fantastic. You guys are blowing through these orcs a lot faster than I was really thinking you were going to. I mean, these are guys. I was really thinking 3 of them would make it a little bit longer than 2 rounds, but these guys aren't lasting.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I'm not. I haven't even used any of my actual spells. I've just been using my oath spells.
Yep. And then the only person that really scares me is.
Also, I'm sorry,
His
what?
love for fireballs.
Oh yeah, he's just like burn. No, but like next session, hopefully we can remember. But I do want to have a pretty heavy RP session early on about what Gary said.
Well, and with that, I'm gonna to yourself and really push that conversation in.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like,
not to push it as either any direction really. I really want you guys to make your own path with it. But I agree. Maybe you guys should take a break when you guys come back to next time and be like, let's investigate. Let's actually make some plans together. Let's get some stuff done. And actually get that conversation going between you guys, because I really think you guys will excel then.
Yeah,
You're coming right up on
it.
I think it's less about focus and more about me personally as a player. Like, no offense to you guys, I understand, like, not everyone plays this way, but you guys aren't talking very much, so I'm, like, kind of, like, by default, kind of being like, alright guys, let's go. And whatever you guys want to talk about, I am 100% down to do. It's just that I don't know what you guys want to do or talk about unless you guys bring it up.
So
Really itching to kill those orcs though. When we were trying
Dude,
to check out the tree.
Larkin hates orcs, man. They attacked his hometown.
That boy needs to learn some self-control.
He has self-control, just not when it comes to racism.
So, where are you coming from? I think with that maybe would take a moment to step. Maybe it takes less of a let's take control of the situation and maybe more of a what direction do you think we should take? I'm getting these feelings, I'm getting these senses. What do you think our next move should be? Right. For him to step up. I'm sure a lot of it too is that not playing together, not being able to look at each other. You guys you're not getting into that role of being able to look and see when someone's about to talk or when someone's about to do something, and so there's that kind of 2 or 3 of you start talking.
Yeah,
and then nobody talks.
It's always hard unless everyone is in video chat.
Yeah.
It's always a lot harder playing online rather than in person.
Yeah, and we've only gotten this was our first actual session really. The last one was kind of like a 45-minute play time to.
I really think you should.